How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Well, they need to smack them early. The Saints need to come out and hit Homestead right in the mouth. And I'm talking about the days of old, back in the 80s when you had guys that would set the tempo like the Joe Pottos in the world. And that's what you have to do. You got to get out there early and smack them. And that's what. And the Saints control the line of scrimmage. As Skoronek, get to Skoronek. Yeah. Okay, if you're the Saints. Keys for Homestead. Homestead, just do what you do. Score 50 points. If you score 50 points, I guarantee you're going to win this ball game. I don't think the Saints are going to score 50. They're going to try to slow it down. So Homestead just has to take care of their business on their home field.
There you go. Mark Watts, anything to add about the conversation as to keys to victory? We got plenty of time to talk here.
Their secondary really needs to play well tonight. It's going to be a tough duty, but they faced a good Lures passing team, and they did do well against them, but they're going to have to do that. And on the other side, Homestead's secondary is excellent, and they disguise their coverages. What I mean by that, they might start with 2 people deep, and then they'll roll that to 3 people deep. They might start with 3 people deep, and then they'll go to man-to-man. And it's going to be very important that Pachelnik, the young quarterback, reads those properly to make his proper throws. I think that's going to be key also tonight.
And I think, Mark, to piggyback that a little bit, I think really the game plan for the Saints defensively is going to be really the mirror image of what they did against Bishop Lewis. Put number 21, Zach Norton, on Skoronek, try to shut him down, and then get after the quarterback. I think the defense, talking to Ernie Bodrab this week, he solidified that. He's exactly right. You've got to get to the quarterback early and make him nervous in the pocket.
Well, and we've seen that happen again as Mark harkens back to the Lures game. We've seen Noah Freimuth and company up front really put a lot of pressure on the D1 talent from Bishop Lures, Wazinski. And so that we know they're capable. It's all going to come down, for me, in my opinion, to that offensive line from Homestead, 4 juniors and 1 senior. So this may be the tale of the tape for me, is the battle in the trenches between the Dwenger defense and the offensive line for Homestead. In my mind, offensively for the Saints, keep Homestead off the field. So long sustained drives. I know they worked on the ground game a lot last week against Concordia. I think that's beneficial and smart because I could see them taking the same playbook here. Long grinding drives with a lot of clock taken out.
Exactly right. And since you brought up the offensive line for Homestead, Sean, we got to mention one of our classmates, the offensive line coach here, Greg Gale. Mr. Greg Gale, class of 1987 from Bishop Dwenger, is the offensive line coach here at Homestead. He does a fantastic job. So listen, these kids will be ready to play. I can't wait to get this one started.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear this game, it's thanks to our communication sponsor, Dr. Todd and Mary Briscoe and Briscoe Family Dentistry. Their generous financial support helps make this Redeemer Radio Sports broadcast possible. If you need emergency dental care, call Dr. Briscoe at 260-489, scratch that, 486-9950. That's 486-9950, Briscoe Family Dentistry. All right, we've got about 30 seconds to go here on the clock. It looks like we've got 3 Saint captains lined up to go out to midfield. And we're waiting for the Homestead Spartans to contain themselves over on the sidelines and get their captains out there as well. Who do you see across the line there, Joe, being captains tonight for the Saints?
Looks like Nick Fiatcable, Noah Freimuth, and Fetterspiel, number 89, the fast receiver for the Saints, are going to be representing Bishop Dwenger at midfield for this coin toss.
And it looks like on the far side we've got 4 team captains coming out for the Homestead Spartans. We're going to go down to Mark Watts, who's going to keep an eye on the coin toss and get the results there.
I'm going right out there with him.
Okay, Mark.
Until I get kicked out.
He's making the trek. All right.
Do what you do, Mark.
That's right.
And on Monday afternoon, a senior member of the girls cross country team.
See if we can get this live.
See if we can keep that mic'd up and ready to go. The players are making introductions and slapping shoulder pads and shaking hands.
Support for the 2 football coaches also from Bishop Dwenger who are battling cancer. Some prayers are being offered for head coach Chris Warkoff, as well as freshman football coach and longtime Dwenger principal Fred Tone. At this time, would you please stand and acknowledge the student session's request to honor all these affected by these recent struggles with a moment of silence. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, we get to finally get this game underway. You guys ready for some football now?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Hey, two things. One, good sportsmanship all around tonight, all right? Hit each other hard, but pick each other up. And one other thing, I got a big request for you, not just tonight, but all year. Those are games under attack. There are a lot of people who want to cut our game out. We need to get the head hits out of the game, make sure everybody's playing heads-up football, not lead with the helmet, don't target other guys in the helmet, all right? I love this game. I don't want it to go away. I'm sure you guys feel the same way. So help us to clean that up if you would, all right?
Sir.
Phyllis, here's my coin. That's a head. That's tails. That's tails. And that's heads. Who's going to speak for me over here? Go ahead and come down here. Go ahead and make your call. Tails. Call's tails.
Tails never fails.
It is tails.
Told you. We want to defer.
You want to defer to the second half?
We want to defer.
You guys want to receive? Which way you guys want to kick?
Okay, there you have it. Bishop Lures won the toss. They deferred.
How
And
about
they'll be kicking off to
about
Homestead.
What did Dwenger
Back
do,
to you.
Mark?
What did Dwenger do? You said Bishop Lures deferred. What did Dwenger
I'm
do?
sorry, Bishop Dwenger. I was so excited I got on the field I didn't get kicked off.
Hey, you did a nice job down
Nice
there.
job, Mark. Yeah, very interesting remarks there from the umpire as well. So, yeah, good stuff. All right, folks, we are lined up. We're ready to go. The Saints have deferred, so they will be getting the ball in the second half, and they will be kicking to the Homestead Spartans. The sanctuary is in the house. We can hear them nice and loudly here. Good crowd representing the Bishop Dwenger Saints on this side of the field.
Here we go, Sean.
Here we go. First matchup between these two squads, the Bishop Dwenger Saints and the Homestead Spartans, seconds away from kickoff here at Homestead Field.
We get to see Kazai right off the bat.
That we do.
Let's see if the Saints can get to Kazai on this first series, as the Saints will be kicking off left to right on your radio dial to the Homestead Spartans.
Windy, rainy, and 66 degrees here at Homestead Field. And looks like the Bishop Dwenger Saints are preparing to kick the ball away from their 40-yard line. So we are on the 40-yard line, and number 20 for Bishop Dwenger is getting ready to launch this ball. That's Tomlinson on the kick. Two Spartans back deep for the Homestead Spartans, standing at about their own 2-yard line. And here's your kick. It's a high end over end kick, going to be taken at about the 8-yard line. Trying his way through the middle, the 15 to 20, breaks a tackle, gets into the middle of the scrum and stopped near the 25-yard line. That's Austin Kreider, number 83, on the return for Homestead. And here come the Spartans on offense.
Starting offense for the Spartans, Sean, 2015 version. Up front, the big boys, Mickey, Erhammer, Purley, Elston, and Peters. Receivers are Skoronek and Kreider. And Connor Fitzharris, number 1, is also a receiver, along with Jonah Watson. Drew Hazy calling the signals, and behind him is Landon Durnell, the running back. He's a senior.
Kazai, number 15, lines up in the shotgun with a single setback. Two wideouts to the left on the wide side, one wide right. And here's a give through the middle. He bounces it outside. He's got some room. The 30 gets out to the 35, breaks two tackles. The 40 gets nailed at about the 45-yard line. Great run that time by Landon Durnell, number 38. Very physical run there, Joe.
Very physical run. Bounced it outside. Noah Frymuth missed him. We don't see that. We haven't seen that all year. Noah's going to be just fine there at his right defensive end position. But a good, hard run to start for the Spartans.
So he takes it out to the 43-yard line, and they move the chains for a 1st and 10. Again, Kazai in the shotgun with a single setback is Durnell. Two wideouts to the far side right, one left. Play action pass thrown over the middle, and it's caught. Number 10 has it, and he is taken down inside the 30-yard line of Bishop Dwenger. Nice throw and catch that time to Ben Skoranek, number 10.
Just threw it up to the 6'3" Northwestern recruit. Did Kazai. Great pitch and catch for the Spartans. Let's go talk about the defense for the Dwenger Saints up front. Frymuth, Sipe, Yanko, and Litchfield. Linebackers tonight are Mike Hake and Peter Winklejohn and Stegmeyer. Defensive backfield to recap, we have Norton, Burns, Effinger, and Clark getting the start tonight at Homestead.
Another first down for Homestead inside the Dwenger 30-yard line. Here's a snap, jet sweep to the left side, looking for some room. Getting a push down to about the 26-yard line. Ball carrier that time was number 14 for the Homestead Spartans, and that is Jonah Watson.
Joe Stegmeyer on the stop for Bishop Dwenger.
So that brings up a 2nd and 7. Ball resting at the 26-yard line of Bishop Dwenger. Kazai in the shotgun again. Single setback is Durnell. Wideouts left and right, wing left. Here's a snap. Quarterback keeper through the middle. He's got a seam, and he dashes into the linebacker core, gets past, gets down to the 10-yard line before Amon Clark takes him down. That is going to be another huge first down for Homestead.
Little inside trap quarterback option. Almost looks like a draw to me, but with the quarterback design play. And Kazai is the second leading rusher on this Homestead team.
Gets it inside the 10-yard line. Yeah, they put the sticks away. 1st and goal from the 10 for Homestead. This is their opening drive here. Still zeros on the scoreboard. They're moving right to left on your radio dial and now threatening at the Dwenger 10. From the shotgun, man in motion across the line. We've got a flag. This could be a motion penalty.
Looks like offsides maybe on the Saints. Offsides
Oh,
on
it is.
Bishop Dwenger.
Look at that. So a free 5 yards for Homestead. A red zone mistake by the Dwenger defense.
Norton is not covering Skoronek on this play. Norton's on the far side covering Connor Fitzharris.
So a 1st and goal from the 5 now for Homestead. Same formation. Gives the tailback. No. Quarterback keeper around the left side. He dances in untouched. A Homestead score.
Homestead score. Well-designed play again for Kazai. Listen, Amon Clark right there did not and could not get off his block, and that's something else Ernie Bodrap talked to me about this week is we got to get off blocks at our defensive backfield.
You're right. So a quick 6 points on the opening drive for Homestead, and it is now 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 10:07 actually. So in under 2 minutes, they take the ball and score. And let's see, we've got the PAT coming up for Homestead. Chase Gott with the kick. It is up. He's got a big leg, and it is good. So 7-0 is your score. 10:07 remaining here in the first quarter. The Homestead Spartans, on their first drive of the game, go up against the Bishop Dwenger Saints. We'll be back in 30 seconds, folks. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Programming on Redeemer Radio is underwritten in part by Bob Busher Homes. Floor plan customization is what they specialize in. Find floor plans, building sites, and read Bob's story on the web at bobbusherhomes.com. Bob Busher Homes is locally owned with offices in Fort Wayne and Angola. For more information about new home building or remodeling, Bob Busher Homes can be reached at 260-490-3355.
Here, back to live action here, ladies and gentlemen. Homestead on top of Bishop Dwenger, 7-0 early in the first quarter. Mark Watts, what do you have for us?
Well, the big thing I saw in that series, especially the touchdown run, they're running a receiver across the formation, and they're faking to him, and it's really difficult to see who's got the ball. Their ball handling is excellent. So this is why Dwenger's having a little rough time finding the football, because they are really doing a good job by maneuvering the football in the backfield. Back to you.
All righty. Again, Gott on the kickoff here for Homestead. Ball's at the 40, kicking right to left on your radio dial. High end over end, little short. Going to be taken by an up back at the 20. Gets to the 25, finds a wall. Ball nearly gets stripped, but he hangs on to it. Nice return out to the 40-yard line.
Well, did we get a number? It looked like number 25. Oberfell
on the return for Bishop Dwenger. Sets them up in very nice position. They mark it at the 41-yard line. And here comes Blake Kachelny and company on offense for the Bishop Dwenger Saints.
I would look for a big dose of running here out of the Bishop Dwenger Saints offense.
You see Winklejohn in the backfield along with Pichelny. Trips to the right, one wide left. Pichelny from the shotgun at the 41. First snap on offense for Dwenger. It's a little low. Quarterback keeper through the middle. He gets demolished at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, let's just talk about that. Let's just get it out there right now. The mismatch up front on the front line is number 74 for Homestead, Bilberry McDowell. He's 6'4", 300 pounds, and he is going against McGuire for the Saints, okay? 6'4", 300 going against McGuire, who's 5'11", 178.
Yeah.
And, well, let's just say that big boy McDowell was in the backfield.
Yeah, he made his presence known on that one. That's a loss of 1 for the Saints, bringing up a 2nd and 11. We'll have split backs this time. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 wide left from the shotgun. Here's a give to the tailback. Little trap again through the middle. Gets blown up. He maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 41, and that's about it.
That is about it. Looked like number 35, Burke on the stop for Homestead, along with McDowell again. Let's talk about that Saints offense. Up front, you got Campbell, Myers, McGuire, Herber, and Maccabee. Receivers are Fetterspiel and Norton. Blake Pichelny's behind center. Ryan Berghoff's a receiver. Amon Clark and Colin Burns in the backfield.
Okay, trips to the right again now on 3rd and 10 for the Saints. Single setback, 1 wide left. Pichelny rolls to his right. He's looking to throw. Looks downfield, has time, guns at pick. It is picked off at the 45. He's going across field at the 40. The 35 looking for a block. Gets hit and taken down near the 36-yard line. So a mistake by Bishop Dwenger right away. And it looks like, that was number 36, David Bird on the interception that time.
Somebody's hurt on the field for Homestead. That looks to be number 5 for the Spartans. And number 5, of course, is Ivory Wilson.
Yeah, he was pounding. It looked like, I didn't know if he was celebrating or in agony, but clearly it is agony. He is hurt. He is down.
Did Mark see what happened?
Mark, did you have anything for us?
Watching the pick, and I think Pichelny read man because they had trips out here, and they just went to a zone, and so he thought the receiver was open because the secondary person was deeper than the receiver, but the shorter zone person stepped up and picked it off. So I think that it was a good disguise by Homestead secondary, caught Pichelny with that throw.
We talked about Pichelny having to get rid of the ball, but also we talked about the Homestead defensive backs mixing up their coverages, and they do an excellent job at it.
Right.
And we saw it right there on Dwenger's first
You're
series.
Absolutely right. So the interception gives a fresh set of downs to this potent offense by Homestead. Ball is now resting at the 37-yard line of Dwenger. And here's the snap. Rolls to his left, looking to throw. Goes deep downfield left side. He's got a man open. It is caught inside the 10. No, they wave it off. Out of bounds. The receiver that time was Skoronek,
Austin Kreider.
Kreider, number 83, who must not have caught that in bounds. But again, he beat the defensive backs. And now we've got a Saint down on the field. Mark Watts, what do you have?
Well, I'm glad there's no instant replay in high school because I think he got a foot down.
I did too.
Yeah, I thought
Homestead,
that was a catch. Yeah.
They would be challenging that one because that was a great catch, by the way, and a great throw. Back to you.
Amon Clark was beat deep, and Austin Burns did not get over there in time. Great pass, by the way.
Yeah.
Outside, we always talk about those deep passes down the sideline. They got to go to the outside shoulder, and that's exactly where it went. Tough to defend, but Amon Clark's going to have to stay with Kreider. We really thought that was going to be a matchup to watch tonight because we felt like Norton was going to be on Skoronek, or at least keeping an eye on Skoronek.
Right.
And we thought Amon Clark would be Austin Kreider matchup would be one just to keep an eye on.
Well, again, we've got a Saint down on the field, so we're going to step out for a little 30-second break here, folks. 7-0 is your score. The Homestead Spartans on top of the Bishop Dwenger Saints. We're back in 30. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
A clean office space. Okay, that's an easy choice. And choosing the right company to clean your business is easy too. Sioka's Professional Cleaning is the choice of a lot of Fort Wayne companies because of the 100% satisfaction guarantee. Sioka's does it with built-in check systems to make sure your business is cleaned beyond your expectations every time. First impressions are critical, so make sure yours is always the best with professional cleaning from Sioka's. The best people, the best service. 483-2112 or online at siokas.com.
The injury is over, and now the Homestead Spartans are again on offense here. Second down. Here is a jet sweep. No, quarterback keeper again through the middle. He finds a little seam, gets inside the 35, down to about the 33-yard line. Got an update on that injured Sate. That was Noah Frymuth who came off the field at that time, and it looks like Grotmat, number 46, is in for him.
And Noah Frymuth is in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
It looks like a leg. At least that's what the trainers are looking at.
Gain of 3 that time. Brings up a 3rd and 7 for Homestead. Ball at the 33-yard line of Dwenger. Rain coming down. Here's a snap. He looks to throw Kazai in the flats. Right side has a man. That's Skoranek. Breaks 1 tackle. Gets out of 2. Jukes his way down the sidelines, and that should be enough for a Homestead first down.
Stegmeyer had him Joe Stegmeyer had him dead to right on the far sideline and just slipped right out of him, right out of the tackle. That shows you how strong Skoranek is.
Yeah,
and why he's a Big Ten player.
That's right. You bet. That will be enough for a first down as they take it down to the 22-yard line. So just outside the red zone is Homestead again threatening to score. Going to have 2 wideouts to the right, slot right, 2 wideouts left. Here's a snap. Going to the right side, flats, hits Skoranek again. He's dropped immediately for a small gain inside the 20.
Stegmeyer again on the stop this time for the Saints. Here closest to us, Sean, is the Austin Kreider and Amon Clark matchup that we'll be keeping an eye on.
All right, so that is a 5-yard gain, bringing up a 2nd and 5 for Homestead. Again, they do a no-huddle offense here. Look to the sidelines for their plays. From the shotgun, Kazai gives to the tailback through the middle, and there's the defensive line for Bishop Dwenger with a big stuff.
Good stop by the center of that line, led by number 68 for Bishop Dwenger. 68 is Nolan Sipe. Third down and 4, Sean?
Yeah, it looks like 3rd and 4, Joe, coming up here. 6:56 to go in the first quarter. Homestead up 7-0 and threatening. Ball is resting at the 16-yard line of Bishop Dwenger. Homestead still looking to the sidelines for their play. Play clock ticking down to about 11.
Homestead on the season is converting 54% of third down conversions.
Here it is on 3rd and 4. Here's a snap. He's rolling to his left, looking to throw, squares his shoulders out to the flats, tipped and blocked. Right there, Amon Clark with a huge defensive play.
That was a good throw, and that was even a better play by Amon Clark. Give 1 to Amon Clark on that play.
So he breaks up the pass, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 4 now for Homestead. At the 16-yard line, we're guessing the offense is going to stay on the field. And that's exactly what it looks like as Kazai is in the shotgun with a single setback. That's Durnell behind him. And now do we have a timeout?
I think the Saints jumped.
Oh, no. Is there a flag?
On 4th and 4, I believe the Saints just jumped. The offensive line was clapping for Homestead.
We do. We've got an offsides against the defense. Oh, my. Another red zone mistake by the Dwenger defense. Gives the Homestead a free 5 yards and critically a first down. Wow. So they place the ball at the 11-yard line. First and 10 here for the Spartans. The hard count got the Saints on defense. And now a fresh set of downs for Homestead. Single set back from the shotgun. Here's a snap. Play action. We got a flag on this one. Noah's a give through the middle. Big push that time inside the 5. Got a flag on the far side of the field right at the time of the snap.
I believe this one will go against Homestead as either a procedure or a motion penalty.
Again, 6:25 remaining in the first quarter. Homestead up 7-0. That flag was against the Homestead Spartans, so that will move them back 5. Back to the 16-yard line. So 3 red zone mistakes so far for both of these squads. 2 on Dwenger, 1 on Homestead. And let's see what they can do on 1st and 15 now. Still looking over to the sidelines to get the plays in. They've got quarterbacks, reserve quarterbacks in red hats over there, using sign language to bring in the plays. From the shotgun, here's a snap. Get to the tailback. No, quarterback decides to keep it. He's buried in the backfield. Wow. Was that Sipe again?
No, that's Frank Yanko. Frank Yanko really tackled both ball carriers.
He did. He was
the
right
quarterback
there.
and the running back. Just wrapped them both up and took them to the ground. That's a great play by Frank Yanko.
Number 59, the defensive tackle, was there at the exchange and blew it up. Loss on the play, back to about the 18-yard line. Brings up a 2nd and 17 now. Man in motion across the line of scrimmage. They fake the jet sweep. Quick pass into the seam. He's caught it, and he is at the 2 yard line. He dropped it. The ball's on the ground.
Saints have it. Big hit.
Wow.
Big hit by the Saints defensive backfield. Knocked the ball loose from Skowronek. It rolled into the end zone where the Saints recovered it for a touchback.
Wow. Mark Watts, tell us about it.
It was right in front of me. Skowronek caught it, and then he took 2 steps and he fumbled it, and Saints got it. Skowronek was down here saying, I never had the ball, trying to get the referee to change his mind, but it didn't work. It was a big hit by the outside cornerback. I didn't see who it was, but it was a big hit that did it.
I think it might be Norton, as he has been on that side of the field all night. So, yeah, Norton causes the fumble that time, and the Saints dodge a bullet there. As the Homestead Spartans were preparing to score, that could have easily been a touchdown. But again, the fumble that was caused gives the Saints the 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So here comes Pichelny and company. He's going to have trips to the left, wing right, and a wide out right. Man in motion across the line of scrimmage. Jet sweep, no. Quarterback decides to keep it. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and falls forward. Back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain that time. As Pichelny decides to keep it for no gain.
Homestead really is bringing pressure from their linebackers and getting great penetration, which is not allowing the Saints to get this running game going. I think that's a sign of saying, hey, Pichelny, you're going to have to beat us through the air because you're not going to run the ball on us.
Yeah. All right, here they come on 2nd and 10. Split backs in the backfield with Pichelny. Here's a snap. Play action, throws over the middle. Big paw comes up, and it is blocked. Number 46 that time for Homestead. Gets his hands up and has a nice block. That is 45,
45. Hunter Terrell.
Yep.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 for the Saints. No offensive rhythm here for Bishop Dwenger so far at Homestead Stadium.
Jack Harris, number 36, checking in for the Saints. He's going to be the wing to the right side with 2 other wideouts. Empty backfield. 2 wideouts left. Pichelny in the backfield by himself. Quarterback keeper through the middle. He's hit in the backfield and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. So that massive penetrating defense by Homestead stalls the drive for Dwenger, and they have no chance but to kick the ball away now.
That's Tico Brown, the sophomore, 6'1", 260 for Homestead. Penetrated immediately. And the sad thing for Bishop Dwenger was there was actually some room there to run if Tico didn't make such a heck of a play.
That's right. Joe Nepper, number 97, in to kick this one away. He's standing at his own 5, should launch it from about his own 8. We've got Skowronek back deep, and we've got a timeout on the field. With 4:31 to go here in the first quarter, gives us an opportunity to talk to you about our travel sponsor. Redeemer Radio Sports has one travel sponsor, and that's H&L Electric. Specializing in commercial electrical needs for the business community, H&L Electric can handle the smallest to the largest of projects for your business. Call Pete Henry at 260-357-0123. That's H&L Electric at 260-357-0123. Well, we've seen Homestead really come out and start early, Joe. You talk about smacking Homestead in the mouth as the key to victory for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. They haven't been able to do that so far.
It hasn't happened. You know what? Yeah. This Homestead defense, which, remember, gives up over 400 yards of offense per game, over 6 yards per play, I'm not seeing it.
No, not at all.
This is a fine defensive effort so far here in the first quarter for the Spartans.
All right, again, so after the timeout, Joe Nepper in to kick this one away for the Saints. They have to punt. Skowronek for the Homestead Spartans, back deep, standing at about his own 34. Here is the kick. It's a high wobbler. It's going to wind up a little short, take a Dwenger bounce. Back to the 40, back to the 35. Skowronek waves off. It'll trickle down to about the 30-yard line. So a nice punt that time by Bishop Dwenger with a nice bounce attached to it. And the Homestead Spartans will take over once again at their own, looks like they're going to mark it at the 29-yard line with 4:18 to go in the first quarter. Your score, 7-0, Homestead on top of Dwenger. Drew Kazai, number 15, the field marshal for the Homestead Spartans. Looks to the sidelines. He's going to have 2 wideouts on both sides. Here's the snap. Looks to throw into the flats. Left side, he's got it. It is a catch by Austin Kreider Nice move there after the catch. Gets enough for a first down and more.
Nice catch by Austin Kreider. Amon Clark in coverage. Amon was giving him a lot of space there. And just a easy pitch and catch for Kazai to Kreider.
Out to the 42-yard line. First and 10 again for Homestead. Trips to the right this time. One wide left and a single setback. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback through the middle. Trap, and it works. He's at the 50, down to about the 42-yard line. What a quick hit that time by Landon Durnell to find that seam and get some great yardage.
Inside trap has been there. That was a huge hole opened up by this offensive line. Again, coached by Greg Gale, 1987 class of Bishop Dwenger.
So another first down for Homestead, seemingly moving the ball at will at this point with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kazai's in the shotgun with Durnell behind him. Two wideouts to the right, one wide left. And here's a give to Durnell. Tries to find some room through the middle. Not much there. He'll gain maybe two down to about the 40-yard line of Bishop Dwenger.
Peter Winklejohn, middle linebacker for the Saints on the stop.
So they mark it just north of the 40-yard line. Looks like Stegmeyer checks out, and number 50 checks in for the Saints. That's Gernhardt, senior linebacker. On 2nd and 8. Man in motion, coming across the line of scrimmage, and it is a give. Jet sweep right side. He's got some room, gets to the edge, makes the turn, gets all the way out past the 30, knocked out of bounds near the 27-yard line. From that slot position, that was number 14, Jonah Watson, on the carry for Homestead.
Nice run by Watson, but a great block on the far side of the field by the receiver out there. I didn't get his number, but again, the Saints having a real difficult time in the defensive backfield just getting off of these blocks.
All right, so that is going to be another first down for Homestead here. First and 10 coming up. Ball resting at the 27-yard line of Dwenger. Trips wide out to the left side. Skoronek out to the right on the short side. They reposition Durnell to the left of the quarterback. Here's a snap.
Trap.
Give to Durnell. Quarterback keeper through the middle. He finds a seam, breaks it out to the right. Gets tripped up at about the 15, maybe the 14-yard line.
Zach Norton on probably a touchdown-saving tackle on the far side of the field. Another inside trap. The Saints front is having a hard time with this trap. They're just getting eaten alive on these traps.
3:03 remaining here in the first quarter. Homestead again threatening inside the red zone as they place the ball at the 14-yard line of Bishop Dwenger. Twins out to the right side on the short. Austin Kreider wide out left, man in motion across the line of scrimmage. Give, jet sweep, he finds a seam, gets hit. He's going to be taken down at about the 11-yard line. So a short gain that time as the Dwenger defense corrals the jet sweeper. Again, that was Jonah Watson, number 14 on the carry.
Yanko and Winklejohn on the stop for Bishop Dwenger.
2:27 to go here in the first quarter. Your score is 7-0, Homestead on top and threatening. They're facing a 2nd and 7 from the Bishop Dwenger 11-yard line. The play is signaled in. They take their spots. Skoronek wide out right with a slot right, man in motion. And quarterback decides to keep it, throws into the end zone. Picked! Oh my goodness, Amon Clark charged the ball and he's got the pick.
Amon Clark, big play. Austin Kreider, the ball was the intended receiver. That's the first interception for Kazai on the season. Amon Clark played it perfectly.
Amon Clark, two critical plays down there inside the red zone for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. First was a knockdown pass that could have been a score, and there, the pick in the end zone. So Bishop Dwenger dodges two drives in a row to get the ball back at their own 20-yard line.
And Amon Clark thought about coming out of it, but made a good decision to kneel down.
Mark, what'd you see down there?
Well, Amon Clark made a great play because he took the inside away. And that's what you need to do in the goal line. He played it perfectly, took the inside away, and made a nice reception. Back to you.
Here's Pichelny on offense with the Saints. Trips to the right side. Here's a snap. Looks to throw. Throws it out to the flats. High this time. His intended receiver that time, number 89 for the Saints, and that's going to be an incomplete pass.
Fettersfield was the intended receiver. Again, not a lot of time for Pichelny. There was number 9 for the Homestead Spartans, was bearing down on him as he released it. And that's Moses Gerardo, fine player, outside linebacker for the Spartans.
So that brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Saints. Split backs this time. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 wide right. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. That's Clark trying to find his way through the middle. And he does. And he's gashing him. Out to the right side. He's at the 40. Makes a stutter. Gets a block. Gets out to the 50. Tackled from behind. Down near the 45-yard line of Homestead.
A little ISO. Inside ISO for Bishop Dwenger. A little isolate the linebacker. And Amon Clark, what you have to do there is follow your lead blocker. He did it. And that was a big play last week for the Saints when they played the Cadets.
Huge gain that time for Amon Clark and company on offense. For the first time getting into Homestead territory at the 45-yard line. Fresh set of downs with 1:44 to go here in the first quarter.
35-yard gain for Amon.
Let's see if that gets a little wind in their sails. Trips left this time, 1 wide right. Piccioni in the shotgun with Amon Clark behind him. Here's a snap. They go to the right. Here's the pitch. And it is Clark taking it out to the 40-yard line. Gets close to a 5-yard gain that time before he gets knocked out of bounds.
A little option there. We haven't seen a lot of option out of the Saints so far in this season. Piccioni's not really a prototypical option-type quarterback, but you do see it a couple times a game, and we saw it right there for a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark him at the 41 instead of the 40. 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 is your score. Bishop Dwenger trailing the Homestead Spartans. Dwenger on offense, moving left to right on your radio dial, facing a 2nd and 6. Split backs this time. Piccioni from the shotgun. Here's a snap. Fake. Option. Right side. Looks for some room. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1 that time for number 36 for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. And that's Jack Harris.
Jake Harris, the ball carrier.
I told you don't see it much, and they ran it 2 times in a row.
That's right, yeah. They faked it through the middle and pitched it out to the right side. No real gain on that play. They're going to mark it again at the 41-yard line. We do have an official's timeout on the field right now.
Stop for the Homestead Spartans was Hunter Terrell on that option play.
It looks like we had a hobbled Spartan limping his way, skipping off the field now, and he's off the field. So back to live action now. Zach Norton's going to be wide out to the left side. Split backs. Fetterspiel wide right. Here's the snap. Give to the tailback through the middle. Clark bounces it out. Right side. He's got some room. Puts his head down. Gets down near the 30-yard line. That's going to be a Dwenger first down.
First 3rd down conversion on the night for Bishop Dwenger. That was their 3rd try at it. Homestead on the season is allowing 44% on 3rd down conversion, which in itself is a pretty high percentage.
Right. 10-yard gain that time for Amon Clark. Ball resting at the 31-yard line. Just about 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Spartans are allowing 143 yards, giving up 143 yards on the ground this season per game.
Same formation for the Saints here. Split backs, 2 wideouts, 1 on each side. Here's a snap. Give to Clark. No, play action. He's looking deep, looking left, decides to tuck it and run. He's got a seam. Piccioni on the run that time. Gets it down inside the 20, close to the 13-yard line.
Red zone for the Saints. Piccioni decides to run it. He could have possibly thrown it. There was somebody had broken free out there. Fetterspiel looked like, but Piccioni, how can you argue with that decision when he picks up nearly 20 yards?
That's right, from the 31 down to the 13-yard line, and it looks like that might do it for the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 7-0 is your score here. The Homestead Spartans on top. But Bishop Dwenger Saints now just getting into the red zone. They're facing a 1st and 10 when we come back after this 1-minute break. Stick around, fans. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Spherion Staffing, locally owned by the Pentenberg family, excels in finding the best candidates for industrial, clerical, customer service, non-clinical healthcare, IT, and professional direct hire placements. Spherion clients are accustomed to getting the right employees at the right time, every time. Spherion Staffing supports the proud excellence of the Dwenger Saints and the Lures Knights, both on the field and in the classroom. Whether you are seeking your next career move or searching for great employees, call us at 260-496-9900 or visit us on the web at spherion.com/FTWayne.
Hi, sports fans. Sean McBride here, inviting you to try the barbershop experience. St. Joe Center Barbershop, located at the corner of St. Joe Center and Maple Crest, prides itself on professionalism, cleanliness, and a family-friendly atmosphere. In their third generation of family ownership, they have a combined experience of over 125 years. Give them a call at 485-6981. It's my barbershop of choice. That's St. Joe Center Barbershop at 485-6981. Welcome back to the beginning of the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. The Bishop Dwenger Saints are trailing the Homestead Spartans, but they've got new life on this drive. They're facing a 1st and 10 from the Homestead 13-yard line, so they are in the red zone and threatening to score after some really good, Joe, I believe, ground game here in between Amon Clark and that decision by Pichelny right there to put them in really good shape here.
You're exactly right, and we've had success. Saints have had success running the ball, and then that sets up the play action, the naked bootleg.
Right. All right, here's Pichelny. He's going to have a wing to the left side, trips to the right, and a wide out left. Man in motion now, coming across the line of scrimmage. Here's the fake. Pichelny, quarterback keeper, right side. He's through. Darn near gets a score there, down to about the 1, maybe the 2-yard line.
Well, that looked like one of the plays we've seen Kazai run.
Right.
The little counter by the quarterback up the middle, the trap. Saints have success using that same play.
So a 12-yard gain that time. They mark it at the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 1st and goal for the Saints. Just 1 yard to push it in. All right, so they break huddle and come to the line. Amon Clark will be behind him, along with number 36 for the Saints. That is, Jack Harris, split backs. From the shotgun, here's a snap. Give to Amon Clark, right side. He gets in, touchdown. The Saints are on the board.
Very important to mention, that offensive series came because of Amon Clark's interception in the end zone. It's important in big games to turn turnovers into points, and the Saints did it right there on that drive.
Now, it'll be interesting. Remember, Ernie Beaudrab, he's the master of the point after here. Let's see if they try a swinging gate, maybe go for 2, something like this. Looks like they're all huddled up, offset to the left of the ball. Hout calls the play out, and then they're going to come up to the line. It looks like they're going to go ahead and try and kick this one through. Tomlinson for the PAT attempt here. Here's a snap. It's good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it's wide right.
No good.
No good. So the Saints trail Homestead after that drive 7-6 with 11:14 to go in the contest. We're back in 30, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
When you're looking for a bank to call home, it's hard to know where to turn. So many offer the same products, services, and rates. So why choose First Federal Bank? Well, at First Federal Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're your partner, friend, and neighbor. And just like you, we're proud to call this community home. By empowering our employees to make local decisions, we're investing in our community, one customer at a time. That's what makes us better together. First Federal Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We are back to live action here, ladies and gentlemen, from Homestead High School. It is the Bishop Dwenger Saints come to visit the Homestead Spartans. The score 7-6. Homestead clinging to a 1-point lead. The Bishop Dwenger Saints just took points off of a turnover. It was an interception in the end zone. 80-yard drive that time for the Saints, and now they're getting ready to kick it away right to left on your dial. End-over-end kick, and it's going to be taken by the return man back near the 7-yard line. Finds some room going to the opposite side of the field, has the wall set up, gets a return out close to the 30-yard line. That's Kreider on the return for the Homestead Spartans.
Amon Clark on that drive had 50 yards rushing for Amon Clark on that 80-yard Saints drive.
Well, folks, you can help support your Catholic parish or school and help yourself in the process with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. Call Elevate at 844-230-6611 or visit them online at ndelevate.com to learn more.
An official timeout.
Homestead with a 1st and 10 here. Let's see if they mark it at the 29-yard line. All right, the whistle blows, the play clock starts, and here we are back to live action. 1st and 10 here for the Spartans. 2 wideouts on the left side. Here's the give to the tailback through the middle. Gets north of the 30 and gets stopped at about the 32-yard line.
That's 38 right up the middle. Landon Durnell, 5'7", 185-pound senior for Homestead, taking it right up the center. And you got to believe the Homestead Spartans are going to come back with some more of those inside traps. They've had so much success.
Very successful
in the first half with them. Litchfield came off hobbling for the Saints. He's the other defensive end.
Man in motion across the line of scrimmage here. They give the jet sweep. No, quarterback decides to keep it, and he runs into a buzzsaw near the 34-yard line. So Kazai decides to keep that one and gets a gain of about 4, taking it to the 35.
Nice stick there by Gernhardt, the linebacker for Bishop Dwenger.
Going to bring up a 3rd and long 4 here for the Homestead Spartans. Single setback will be Landon Durnell. 2 wideouts left and 2 wideouts right. Kazai comes up to the line, maybe gives some additional signal. Looks like he's checking off. Here's a snap, and we've got a flag on the play. There was 2 seconds left on the play clock. It looks like this might be a motion call against Homestead. Mark Watts, what do you have for us?
Okay, I'm on the Homestead side. You're exactly right, Sean. It was an audible. They were looking at Stronzak on a man-to-man route, I think, towards you. And then Dwenger kind of shifted again, and he moved out there. So good call. He was trying to change the play, but didn't get it done.
All right. Well, now they're looking at a 3rd and 9 situation back just inside the 30-yard line. Let's see how they line up here. We've got 1 wideout, 2 wideouts on either side with a single setback. Here's a snap. Dwenger's coming. He throws over the seam, and it is caught. Yes, it is caught right off the carpet by Jonah Watson, number 14 there. Makes a good catch and converts on 3rd and 9. That'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Homestead Spartans.
A great catch by Jonah Watson on the far side of the field.
Yeah.
He had to go down low to get it.
They mark it at the 42-yard line. Again, that spread offense, 2 wideouts on each side. Give it to the single man in the middle. He gets stood up at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. No real gain that time for Landon Durnell, as the quick give through the middle doesn't pan out.
Frank Yanko got penetration in there, and Frank is not a huge guy, but they said, talking to the coaches, he's extremely quick, and they do like to slant him so that he can disrupt just like that.
We'll call it a gain of a short 1 that time for Homestead, bringing up a 2nd and 9. 8:56 to go in the second quarter. Man in motion across the line, play action, rolling out to the right, looking to throw. It is caught out of the backfield. That's Durnell with the ball, gets to the stick and knocked out of bounds that time near the stick, and it could be enough for a Homestead first down.
Austin Burns made a big hit there for the Saints. The back out of the backfield, watching the Saints, and I've seen them every game, the first 2 games of the season. I feel like that's an area they really need to improve on defensively, is getting the backs, covering the backs out of the backfield. And we saw it right there. Durnell was wide open.
And it looks like they're going to go ahead and measure this one. It shouldn't take too long, but it'll let me talk to you folks about Eisman Property Management, a local company that offers owner services for residential properties, from a single home to large complexes. If you're a property owner needing a full-time maintenance staff to care for your property, or if you need to find a rental home, Eisman Property Management is here to help. Contact Eisman Property Management on the web at 456-RENT. Give them a call at 456-RENT. That's 456-7368. On the web at 456rent.com. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Mark Watts.
What Homestead does, Joe, on that route, they're putting Stronzak at tight end, and they're bringing him across. So Dwenger is really so concerned about Stronzak being the tight end about 10 yards deep. It's a tough play because the receiver out of the backfield, the running back, is going to be open.
So they came up short on that play. That's going to bring up 3rd and inches for Homestead here at the Dwenger 48-yard line. Quarterback in the shotgun, Kazai, single setback. Trying to pull the defense off, and it's not successful, so they break up, look back to the sidelines for an additional play call. Kazai calls it out, back in position. Here's a snap, a little high, give to the tailback through the middle. He finds the seam. He's in the linebacker core and finally has to be taken down by the defensive backs near the 35-yard line.
Nice job up front there with the big boys for Homestead, opening up a nice hole, and nobody left at the second level. They're bringing the linebackers up close to the line of scrimmage to try to stuff that run. And once you got through that initial wave, There was nobody
there. So they convert on 3rd and inches. Ball now resting at the 36-yard line of Homestead. Of Dwenger. 1st and 10 for the Spartans. 2 wideouts to the left side, 1 wide right. Here's a snap.
Fumble!
Ball's on the ground. Kazai covers it. So they're going to lose a couple yards there, back to the 38-yard line. Bad transaction.
Colin Burns in at defensive end now. Colin Burns is in for Litchfield, who came out dinged up as well. So both of the starting defensive ends for Bishop Dwenger are out nicked up. And Colin Burns was there to cover up Kazai after he dropped the snap.
7:55 to go here in the first half. Spartans now facing a 2nd and 12. Ball back at the 38-yard line of Bishop Dwenger. Single setback, double tights. Here's a snap. Play action, looks to throw, looks to the flats, and it is caught. Wow, great defense that time, but unfortunately for the Saints fans out there, again, number 10, Skowronek, able to pick that ball out of the air for a completion for Homestead.
Well, Zach Norton was right there. I mean, he's all over, and that was a heck of a play by Skowronek. Great throw by Kazai, and even a better catch by Skowronek to move the chains for the Spartans.
1st and 10 now. Ball resting at the 25-yard line of Bishop Dwenger for the Spartans here. We got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Man in motion now from the slot, coming across the line. Play action. Rolls to his left, looking to throw, looking downfield corner. Does he have a man? No, it is picked off. Another interception. That's Norton out there on the far side of the field, number 21, coming up big for the Saints.
Check that, 25, Obergfell. Obergfell is in for Mon Clark, who they were given a breather after that last offensive drive. Obergfell, number 25, comes in and does a heck of a play in the corner of the end zone.
Two interceptions. Mark Watts, what do you have?
All right, it's right in front of me. He tried to run a post corner, and he lets it up a little bit too high. The Dwenger kid just made a nice play in the ball. He was the receiver, but the ball was a little late getting there, and the Dwenger kid made a heck of a play.
Wow.
Back to you.
2 interceptions for the Saints in the end zone.
That's right. That's exactly right.
In the first half.
Here come the Saints on offense now. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So the defense really coming up big so far for the Saints. 7-6 is your score. Saints trailing by 1. Pichelny with split backs, play action, rolls to his right side. Doesn't have a lot, so he tucks it and runs. Gets to the sideline. It runs out of bounds after a nice gain.
Good decision. It wasn't there. Tucked it. You saw some green on the far side of the field, and just get as many yards as you can and live to fight another day. And fortunately for the Saints, this time it's enough to move the chains.
Yeah, just barely. They mark it right at the 30-yard line. So a gain of 10 on that run. Scamper on the far side of the field by Pichelny. 7:04 to go here in the first half. Saints break huddle and come to the line. 2 receivers on the short side, 1 wide out to the left with split backs. Pichelny in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. Following his blocker through the line is Almon Clark. Gets north of the 30, close to the 32.
Modest gain for Bishop Dwenger. Nice job there by the linebacking core for the Spartans.
Tico Brown on the tackle.
That was Jack Northquist. Jack Northquist on stop.
So the ball is just shy of the 33-yard line. We'll call it a 2nd and 7 coming up for the Saints. They're going to have trips to the right, trips left, 1 wide right, and a single setback. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. Goes across, hits the flats, right side. He's got his man, and it is caught out near the 38-yard line. That's 89 Federspiel on the catch for the Saints.
Brings up a 3rd down for Bishop Dwenger. Looks like to be a 3rd and 1. Coach Schwarzkopf is right down there by the chains, and he's pointing a 1 finger to Corey Kitchen, the offensive coordinator, letting him know you have 1 yard left.
That's it. So they need to get to the 40. They're at the 39. Split backs this time for the Saints. Hard count. We've got movement across the line. And it looks like the Saints are going to get a free 5 yards on this play. Offsides on the defense.
Well, the Homestead Spartans got the Saints earlier in the game,
That's
Sean,
right.
and now the Saints return, or the Homestead Spartans, I should say, return the favor.
Yeah. All right, so the ball is now resting at the 44-yard line of Dwenger. 1st and 10 coming up for the Saints. The trail by 1, 7-6 is your score. We're going to have trips to the left, 1 wide right, and a single setback. Pichelny in the shotgun. Here is a snap. Play action. Looks to throw. Looks. Guns into the seam. He's got Zach Norton. He's alone in the field. The 30, the 25, the 20. He is gone. Zach Norton. No flags on the play. Touchdown Saints.
Wow. Nice play action and threw it right on the seam, right in the middle of that zone. And once Zach Norton got in open space, he's hard to catch, guys.
Yeah.
And he showed that extra gear he has.
That he did. So the Saints on top now of the Homestead Spartans, 12-7. Now the question, do they go for two here, Joe?
Yeah, I don't know that you have to yet.
All right, seems to be some player personnel issues for the Saints. It looks like they have everybody set. Number 10, A.J. Houck calls out the play.
No, the kicker's in.
Swing and
there
gate. They go to the left. Armand Clark has it. He stretches it out left. Does he get in? He gets in.
Yes.
Yes, 2 points on the board for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. 14-7 is now your score with 5:48 to go in the first half. Mark Watts, what'd you see?
Okay, it was open the first time, so I have to come back to you guys and say they're going to go for two because Homestead just kind of lollygagged around the first time, and Ernie saw it, so it was there. Nice call, but I knew he was going to go for it, just the way Homestead reacted on the first extra point. Back to you.
All right, folks, we're going to take a 30-second break. Your score, 14-7, Saints on top of Homestead. You're listening to SAC Football on 106.3 FM.
Tri-State Warehousing is one of the most complete service-oriented companies in the warehousing field today. Located in Fort Wayne, Tri-State Warehousing is a 50,000 square foot dry and temperature-controlled storage facility, serving 2/3 of the continental U.S. with overnight rail service. The dedicated staff and specialty services of Tri-State Warehousing are known throughout the industry. For great things in store, call Tri-State Warehousing, 260-436-2010. That's 260-436-2010.
And we are back to live action here, ladies and gentlemen, at Homestead High School. The Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the Homestead Spartans. 14-7 is your score with 5:48 to go here in the first half. You're going back to that touchdown score right there, Joe. Piccioni, clearly he got the ball out quicker, hit Norton on the run, in stride, and he was off to the races. Beautiful throw.
56-yarder. Piccioni to Norton for a touchdown.
Here is the kick, taken at about the 9-yard line. Waiting for the wall to get set up. Good return that time by Homestead, taken out near the sidelines at about the 24-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Homestead Spartans as they trail the Saints 14-7 with 5:42 to go here in the first half.
All 14 of the Saints' points have come off of Homestead turnovers.
So they mark the ball at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for Homestead. Kazai is their quarterback. He's got a single setback. 2 wideouts on the right side, 1 wide left. Tailback switches to the other side. Here's a quick give. They try the trap through the middle. Nice push that time by the Big Uglies up front. And let's see where they mark it. It'll be past the 25, about the 27-yard line. So about a 3-yard gain that time for Homestead.
You got to believe they're going to start looking to, Spartans will start looking for Skowronek. 5:20 to go here in the second quarter. Spartans trail 14-7. Who do you go to when you need a play? You go to your Division I receiver.
That's right. He's going to be wide out to the right side here. Zach Norton's going to have single coverage on him. Here's a snap. Looks, throws over the middle, fires, and he's got a man. No, it is bobbled. Oh, we've got flags coming from both sides.
There was 2 receivers in the same area. Somebody ran the wrong route, and there's 2 defenders in the area looking at their receiver. It was really just disembobulated over there.
Yes, indeed. That's a good term for it. Although that won't be really too bad of a penalty, actually. That was going to be near the midfield stripe if it was a catch. Let's see where they mark off this play. Mark, what do you have for us?
Well, I'm curious to see how Homestead's going to handle this adversity.
Yes.
They haven't been down yet this year. They've had 3 turnovers. And now they're down 7. Let's see how they handle this adversity coming out of here, and let's see this drive. Back to you.
All right. So they mark off the penalty north of the 40 out to the 42-yard line.
15-yarder, Sean.
And that'll bring up, obviously, a 1st and 10 for Homestead. 5:01 to go here in the first half. 14-7 is your score. Dwenger on top of Homestead. Homestead with the ball, moving left to right on your radio dial. Here's a hard count. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. Left side, he's got some room. Breaks it outside. Gets a nice run that time into the secondary past midfield stripe. Near the 45-yard line is Landon Durnell. This kid's dangerous.
He is good.
Yeah.
This Landon Durnell can play the game.
Durnell, the ball carrier.
Low center of gravity, runs hard, pumps his legs. Does a nice job.
So that'll be a 1st and 10 for Homestead at the Dwenger 45 as they cross the midfield stripe. Here's again, give to Durnell, tries his way around the right side this time, slips up a little bit. He will have some positive yards out to the 41-yard line.
It seems now that maybe the Homestead Spartans realize that the Saints defensive ends are nicked up.
Could be.
And there's some substitutes in there.
Yeah.
Last 2 plays, they've gotten the edge.
Gotten the edge. You're exactly right, Joe. Yep. Now let's see what they do here after a gain of 4, bringing up a 2nd and 6. Ball at the 41-yard line of the Saints. Homestead with it. Man in motion across the line of scrimmage. They try the jet sweep. No, quarterback decides to keep it. Finds a seam. Off tackle left.
Close to a first down.
Plows his way down to the 35. He might be just a little shy. Depends upon the spot.
Tackled by Gernhardt.
Yeah, going to bring up a 3rd and 1 now. Ball resting at the 36.
Spartans have converted 3 out of 4 third down conversions so far here in the first half, with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Again, they look to the sidelines. They have their play. Going to be wing left this time. Wide out left and right with a single setback. Tailback shifts. They give to the tailback, trying the left side. Nothing there. Tries the right side. A little something there. A bonnet goes flying, and he is finally taken down. Looks like he will have enough after that 2nd and 3rd effort for a Homestead first down.
The running back's helmet came off, and he seems a little woozy. Now, he's got to go off anyway. If your helmet comes off in high school football, you have to go out for a play. And he seemed a little woozy at the same time. And when the helmet comes off, the whistle blows. That's it.
That's it.
That play's dead. They don't go any further.
So they mark it at the 39-yard line. It will be enough for a first down.
They're taking Durnell back to the bench. The trainer's got a hold of him. They're going to check him out,
Yeah.
make sure he's okay.
That was quite a shot he took. All right, on 1st and 10, 4 wideouts and a single setback. Kazai in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Looking to throw. No, quarterback keeper, a little draw. He's got some room, breaks it out to the left. Going sideways now, getting pursued inside the 30, down to about the 27-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds.
Good run. This kid can play, too. This Kazai can really run the football.
Yeah, he's really
He's fast, he's strong, makes good decisions when he's running.
Good situational awareness. That's what we see out of him.
Situational awareness. I'm going to write that down.
You should. Brings up a 2nd and 3 now for the Homestead Spartans. Ball resting at the 27-yard line of the Saints. 3:19 to go in the first half. Saints up 14-7. From the shotgun, man in motion now, coming across the line of scrimmage to the right. Give the jet sweep. Turns it up, takes one shot, 2nd effort, and now he is finally taken down by a host of Saints there. But he will have enough for a first down for Homestead.
Flag comes flying in afterwards. Somebody jumped up from Homestead, and I think was not happy. Let's see who it goes against.
Yeah, we've got
personal foul against Homestead.
We've got Mike Hake kind of hurt out there, number 32 for the Bishop Dwenger Saints.
Holding a hand.
Yeah. So this is a huge penalty. It's not a red zone mistake, but it might as well be because this is going to back up the Spartans quite a bit.
The ball is going to be about the 25-yard line of Bishop Dwenger.
Yeah.
So Saints on top here, 14-7 with 3:11 to go in the first half.
They mark off the penalty back to the 36-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 1st and... Why are they moving the chains? The chains shouldn't have moved.
Unless he had already reached the line to gain.
Okay.
Because it was a dead ball, so it happened after the play.
So they got the first down, but then they assessed the penalty, so the first down remains. 1st and 10 now from the Saints 36. That's why you're here in the booth, Joe. Good clarification there.
It's a lucky guess.
3:11 to go here in the first half. The clock continues to scroll down now. 14-7 is your score. Saints on top. Homestead with the ball. This has been a long drive. The Saints defense has been on the field quite a bit here. We got a wing to the left, man in motion, going to the left side, so they're flooding the left side. Quarterback decides to keep on the seam. down about the 30 before he's taken down.
Inside trap again. The Saints have done a little better with it in the second quarter, but still, you're picking up there, 5 yards on first down. That's a nice pickup for the Spartans.
You bet. I think they actually might call that one 6, so it's going to bring up a second and long 4 for Homestead. Ball resting right at the 30-yard line of the Saints.
Skoronek's lined up as a tight end here.
Here's a snap, give to the right side to the tailback. Gets inside the 30 down to about the 28-yard line. Not much more there for the Homestead running back that time, and that was number 40 for Homestead, Adam Lutz, the junior, 5'9", 170-pound running back.
Good stop by Colin Burns for the Saints, and just as you say that, Sean, in comes Durnell, number 38 for the Spartans, their starting running back.
3rd and 3.
Spartans are 4 out of 5 on third down conversions.
Here comes the 3rd down and 3 from the 29-yard line of the Saints. Give, quarterback. Oh, he's blown up in the backfield, comes down for a loss. Who is that big number 40, Joe?
Colin Burns from his defensive end position. That was a nice stunt called there by the defense to slant Colin inside and take that away.
Yeah. Tremendous defensive effort that time by the Saints. No gain, actually a loss of 1. Back to the 30-yard line. That's going to bring up a 4th and 4. The offense for the Homestead Spartans remain on the field. Going to have 2 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts to the right, and a single setback from the shotgun. He's looking to throw. Quick hit out to the flats left side. He breaks 1 tackle. Can he break 2? He does get hit down near the 20, but it will be enough for a Homestead first down.
I didn't even see it, Sean. I'm going to tell you why. Because Skoronek was lined up wide out here. I thought for sure it was going to go to him, so I focused in on him, and it went completely on the other side of the field.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and it was good. Austin Kreider out there, number 83, on the catch. Just a little 5-yard curl. He was able to break out of 1 tackle and has enough for a first down. They mark it at the 21-yard line. The clock is now a factor, under a minute to play. Here's a snap. He rolls to the right, has his man. That's Skoronek. He's hit, has the catch, and it's dropped at about the 18-yard line.
Nice tackle by Zach Norton there.
And here we see a timeout on the field. This is going to try and preserve some clock. And they're probably going to have to put a few more seconds back on the clock. Homestead calls a timeout to try and get one in before half. What we're looking at here, folks, it is going to be, when we come back from this 30-second break, it looks to be about a 2nd and 6 for the Homestead Spartans, with the ball resting at the 22-yard line. Stick around, folks. We're back in 30. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
We're all searching for answers, searching for meaning in our life. But the world and the culture give us empty solutions and empty promises. We know there is more to life because we're searching for the real truth and a real meaning. You can stop searching because you found Jesus Christ at His Catholic Church. Redeemer Radio. Welcome home to your family of faith.
We are back to live action, ladies and gentlemen. Just getting ready to wind down the first half of action here. The Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the Homestead Spartans, 14-7. We've got 39 seconds remaining here in the first half. Homestead with the ball, facing a 2nd and 6. The ball is on about the 17-yard line. Sorry about that.
I'll help you out.
Boy, we got a glare on these windows. It's a little tough, but
that's okay.
We had a timeout on the field by Homestead. They're getting ready to wrap up that timeout there. The whistle's calling them back to the gridiron. So here come the Spartans. They readjusted the clock back to 43 seconds. That's a little more accurate. So 43 seconds to go for the Spartans to score here on 2nd and 6. Man in motion across the line, left to right. Fake, throws, down to the seam, incomplete, and now we've got a flag on the play as Skoronek was the intended receiver. He missed the ball. His hand goes up like, man, you got to call this, and the flag comes out. Mark, you're down there. What'd you see?
I'm right in the end zone, yes. The Dwenger kid grabbed him. It was an easy call. He was wide open, so it's better than have him catch the touchdown. Back to you.
All right.
No, I agree. It was an easy call to me, too.
Yeah.
Some of the coaches on the Dwenger sideline didn't like it, but I thought it was an obvious passing play.
Well, an inside post like that, and with an athlete out there like Skoronek, that could have been an easy 6 points right there. So they're going to assess the penalty and move things down. Get us an opportunity to talk about Holy Cross College. They are proud to bring you the second quarter of tonight's game. Holy Cross College is an affordable Catholic college offering a life-changing, life-affirming education and is closer than you think. Just 2 hours away, so you can search for them on the web at Holy Cross College at Notre Dame, Indiana. First and goal now after the penalty for Homestead. 39 seconds to go. Ball is on the 8-yard line. Man in motion, left to right. Oh, it's a high snap. It's over his head.
It's a race to the ball.
It's back at the 30, the 35. He has to fall on it and is covered near the 40-yard line. Kazai covers the ball, and boy, what a huge mistake that was by the Homestead offense.
It was a foot race between Kazai and Colin Burns to see who gets the ball. Kazai's a great athlete. He got there. He's lucky when he fell on it, didn't squirt out.
Right.
He fell on it, wrapped it up, did a nice job, and secured the ball for the Spartans. But now you're back at the 39-yard line with 27 seconds to go in the first half.
Another huge red zone mistake by the Spartans that time, and now they are looking at a tough road to hoe. The ball is at the 39-yard line with only 27.6 seconds.
We never saw that coming, and I say that because all the snaps for Homestead have been good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see them, they're getting a little high, a little low, and you see it's a little erratic. But no, I think all the Homestead snaps have been right on the money.
Right there.
So
You bet.
that's really an error by the center there for Homestead.
Well, another break for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Normally they've created their own. Again, with the interceptions for touchback here, the Bishop Dwenger Saints has really done a fine job in stuffing this high-powered, high-content Homestead offense. But that time the Homestead offense kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit there. The ball is resting now at the 39-yard line.
31-yard loss, Sean.
Yeah.
And listen, that doesn't mean that the Homestead's out of the
Oh,
scoring
man. Oh,
range.
no.
With the athletes
Absolutely.
they have, they can score from anywhere.
In a heartbeat. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 wideouts to the left, and a single setback. Kazai from the shotgun. Here's a snap. Looks to throw. He's got pressure. Dumps it, and it's going to be a screen going towards the middle, and it is caught, taken down near the 31-yard line. Is Skoranek, number 10, on the catch.
Frankie Yanko hit Kazai just as he threw the ball, and it's the first time I think he's been knocked down today.
Clock continues to run. He spikes the ball, and that does stop the clock with 13.7 seconds remaining. They did stop it early. I saw after that catch the play clock continued to stop when it should have been running that entire time.
And the Dwenger coaches are all over the officials. Now, the officials are doing the right thing here. They're talking about it.
Right.
The Dwenger coaches brought it to the attention along with all the boos from the Dwenger sidelines and fans.
Yep.
And now the officials are talking about it.
Yeah, Homestead is out of timeouts, by the way. So, again, the ball resting at the 31-yard line. And an official's timeout on the field right now, as they might have to do a further clock adjustment. Right now, it stands at 13.7 seconds.
And one of the officials came over and talked to Ernie Bodrab on the sidelines, and Ernie walked away shaking his head up and down, yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be okay here for the Saints.
Mark Watts, what do you have?
Now remember, he spiked it, so it's 4th down, gentlemen.
Yeah, good point.
Oh, that's a great point.
So this is the last play they've got.
Yeah.
So just for your information.
That's
they
great.
don't have to
That's a
anymore.
great observation.
Yep, they flip it. They're making the play right. 4th down now for the Homestead Spartans with 9 seconds to go now. Again, your score 14-7. Can Dwenger hang on to the 7-point lead? Now they're saying 3rd down again. That should be a 4th down play. Now there's still confusion on the field here. The coaches are talking to the side judge.
It should be 4th down. The snap went over the head, then they ran that screen, and then they spiked it. That's 3 plays. It should be 4th down.
Dwenger calls the timeout.
Let's just recap here, Sean.
Right.
They had a 1st and goal from the 8
From the
after
8.
the pass interference.
Yep.
Snap goes over the head. That's 1st down.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
2nd down.
Was-
They were throw the screen
was the
to
inside
Skronek,
screen.
the inside
Yep.
screen. That's 2nd down.
Yep. 3rd down.
3rd down, he spikes
He
it.
spikes it. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Yep. And
And,
now they do flip it.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Looked like Shib Nedif was all over down
Yeah.
there. He got it. He
Little
shipped and got
shibby.
it right.
Yep. All right. So now, just to recap, a lot of going on here with 9 seconds to go in the first half. 14-7 is your score. Dwenger with a 7-point lead over Homestead. 9 seconds to go here. Homestead now facing a 4th and 31. as it was 1st and 10 after the big mistake. 31 yards to go. It's going to be score time or no time here for Homestead on 4th down.
Skoronek and Austin Kreider are both lined up on the far side of the field together. A little crossing route.
He's looking left. He breaks out of the ground, decides to run. Can he make 31 yards? Gets to the sideline. He's dropped. And that's going to do it for your first half of action, ladies and gentlemen, as the quarterback, Kazai, cannot make any meat there, and he is dropped at about the 17-yard line. The first half is over, and the Bishop Dwenger Saints lead 14-7 over Homestead. So stick around, football fans. We're coming up with our halftime show right after this 1-minute break. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
There's a new dining experience in Fort Wayne, just waiting to be discovered by sports fans everywhere. Newly remodeled The Lodge, located in the Coyote Creek Golf Club, is open to the public, offering great daily lunch and dinner specials. Bring the family in to enjoy our spacious family room after the game. The Lodge is proud to support Bishop Dwenger and Bishop Luers football. Come celebrate the W's with their friendly staff. The Lodge is located at 4935 Hillegas Road. To save your table for after the game, call 260-203-3154.
We are back live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go down to Mark Watts, who has Coach Ernie Bodrab.
Okay, I've got Coach Ernie Bodrab. Ernie, your thoughts of the first half?
We dug ourselves a hole, but this is a team that comes back, and they proved it tonight so far. That first drive by Homestead, their credit, but we missed tackles the entire sequence all the way on down. We've got to do a better job with the fundamentals like you would expect, but can't throw interceptions, can't encroach. We got 2 of those. We can't beat ourselves with a team like this.
And great call on the extra point, by the way. I know who called that one. Back to you guys.
All right, Mark Watts, thanks very much. So we had to take that little 30-second break there because we don't want to keep Coach from the locker room there. The Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the Homestead Spartans, 14-7. The crowd preparing to get entertained by this by these kids. This band out here at Homestead is really something to watch, and hats off to them. You know, Mark and Joe, these band kids, the preparation, the practice, it's daunting, but it really pays off for these guys, and hats off to such a great contingent of band members out here. You're really supporting the school and making their school look great.
They really are. These kids, and they put in so much work, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again here tonight, Sean. The band, I think, practices more than the football team.
True.
These kids show up early morning all summer long, and they work till it's dinner time, till the dinner bell rings. So these kids and the whole support staff and everybody for these bands, like out here at Homestead, do a great job.
All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and burn another 30-second timeout here as Jose Lopez prepares our stats for the first half. We've got our halftime show coming up right after these messages, so stick around. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Shawnee Construction and Engineering is proud to support tonight's game. We specialize in commercial and industrial construction and use unique life cycle principles to provide our clients the highest quality craftsmanship for the life of the project. Shawnee Construction and Engineering are partners with you for lifetime savings. We can be found at ShawneeConstruction.com or at 260-489-1234. That's 260-489-1234.
We are back to live action here, ladies and gentlemen, at Homestead High School, where the Bishop Dwenger Saints are on top of the Homestead Spartans 14-7. Right now, we're going to check in with Nick Gray, who's got some scores and updates from around the league. Nick, what do you have?
Well, welcome to the halftime show, guys, where we're going to interview Principal Jason Schiffley from Bishop Dwenger High School, and joining us, too, is a friend of Redeemer Radio, Father Jacob Meyer. Now, we are down here on the sidelines, this beautiful field turf. It's been an exciting first half in front of the Bishop Dwenger Sanctuary, and we have the Homestead massive marching band behind us, so this could be a challenge. But thank you for joining us, Jason.
I think this looks like the Army Corps of Engineers out here assembling something out on the field. This is amazing. Thank you very much. It's good to be here, Nick, and thank you, everyone, for listening to the game tonight. It's a great game.
Yeah, we had a little rain delay, but we also have Father Jacob Meyer here. Welcome, Father.
Thanks. It's great to be out here for Bishop Dwenger football. We're doing well.
Yeah, it's been a great first half so far. Speaking of starting out, how's the school year been going so far, Jason?
Well, things have been going pretty good. I have to admit the kids have been well behaved. If it wasn't for the power school little glitch, I think we would have had a really, really smooth and great start. But aside from that, it's been a great year, and I thank all of our families for being so supportive, and our students as well, especially being patient. especially during this time when we lost a lot of data. And our tech teams worked very hard. Our guidance department worked very hard, and our teachers have been very patient. And I think in a week or two, all that will be way behind us.
So one exciting thing that I'm aware of that's happened was the groundbreaking ceremony for the new chapel.
Yeah, we're very excited about that. Groundbreaking happened about, I think, 3 weeks ago, right, Father? For the chapel, campus ministry, and also renovation of the teachers' lounge downstairs. It's a big area right there, but especially the premier is the chapel, and we're very excited about having a larger chapel for our school, better suited for our size. And our little chapel right now is getting overused, which is a good thing, right, Father? So our kids need a larger sacred space to worship and to go to during the day and after school. So we're very, very excited. I keep on using the word excited, I guess. So if you're keeping score, it might be the 10th time I've used the word. But we'll also have a topping ceremony, or I've never heard of such a thing until our development director mentioned it, but that will be coming probably within the next, I don't know, it'll be a while, I think, because the ground they haven't really broken the ground for a foundation yet. So once we see the schedule for the building, we'll have what they call a topping ceremony, where the kids and everybody will get to sign one of the beams that will be going up for the chapel, and I think that would be really nice to see how that goes down and also to be part of that.
So it's going to be a marquee structure right out in the front of Bishop Dwenger, a bold statement of who we are, right, Father?
It's going to really set the tone not only just for our school, but really for the community, because that is the second most traveled intersection in Fort Wayne, which the intersection of Washington Center and Clinton right there, at least that's what people tell me. And I'm not from Fort Wayne, but that's what they tell me. And we're raising the cross over this school, and we're raising the cross over that intersection so that when people pass by it, they don't just see a school, they see the house of God. That's at the core of what we are. And this topping ceremony is going to be awesome because they're going to be signing their intentions, and really we're going to be using this as an instrument of, we're throwing all of our prayers, all of our hopes, all of the kids' dreams and their ambitions and their desire to get to heaven, throw it on this beam, and it's kind of that symbol of uniting all of us in prayer, and that this chapel is ultimately supposed to do just that, unite the entire Bishop Dwenger family in Christ.
And that's what saints are all about, right?
Absolutely. And what we're also about is tradition, and we're deeply steeped in tradition at Dwenger. And I know some people who are listening are wondering what's going to happen to the Blue Cross, the original cross that was erected in 1963 when they built the school. And we're going to move that cross. Father, you were talking about having our chapel, a large, presence, a strong presence there at the intersection. Our cross, the original cross, will also have a large presence. We're going to move it around to the north side of the gym, between those north exit doors to the gym, facing Washington Center with a nice bright light. So everybody gets to see that beautiful blue cross.
All right, so stay tuned, folks, because there's going to be a lot of updates to come, not only this season, but also probably next season. So thank you, Jason, for being on the air with us tonight and getting us up to date. What's going on back at school. Always a pleasure to have you, Father Jacob Meyer, with us. And so with that, we're going to go back up to the guys. This has been Nick's VIP Halftime Report. Back up to you, Sean.
All right, Nick, thanks very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the score 14-7. The Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the Homestead Spartans. We're rolling through our halftime report, and when we come back after this 30-second break, we'll talk about the stats of the first half. We'll get some updates from around the league from Nick, and plenty more to come. Stick around, folks. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
He has counted to infinity twice. He once set a land speed record on a surfboard. Bruce Springsteen calls him the boss. He is the most fascinating man alive.
I don't always buy diamonds, but when I do, I prefer Peter Franklin Jewelers. Stay sparkly, my friends.
All right, folks, we are back here at Homestead High School. The band is on the field. They're doing a beautiful job out here. Great stage present. The flag bearers doing their routines, and large contingent of Homestead High School students here in the band, and they sound just fantastic. Speaking of the field, let's go down to Nick Gray, who's got some updates from around the area.
Well, welcome back to the field, everyone. Speaking of the field, with beautiful field turf out here. and didn't affect us one bit with the rain, so no mud, no puddles. Anyhow, a lot going on tonight. The biggest thing I'd like to report on is over at Lewis Field. Wayne's there visiting this evening, and at the half, the score is tied at 0. So I think the ball's been coming out of Lewis' hands quite a bit from what I'm hearing. We got Kevin, the upgrade, over there keeping me updated. Carroll's beaten Northside 12-7. Snyder's up on Northrop 35-7. Concordia's beaten Southside right now at the half 28-0. Belmont's beaten Columbia City 7-0. New Haven's up on DeKalb 14-0 at the half. And then East Noble is up on Huntington North 28-13. Leo is beating Norwell 31-0, and Woodland's beating Heritage 19-0. So that's what we have so far, guys. We'll keep working hard to keep you updated throughout the second half. Back up to you.
Great stuff. Thanks very much, Nick. All right, folks, we're going to hand the microphone over to Joe Warden, who has a compilation of stats to talk about here in the first half, and I'm sure after we deliver the stats, we'll get the roundtable going to talk about the first half of action and what we could possibly look forward to in the second half. Joe, what do you have for us?
Here we go. Thanks to Jose Lopez for these stats. Let's start with Homestead, the home team Spartans. 267 yards of total offense in the first half. That's right, you heard me, folks. 267. Rushing, Durnell, the leading rusher for the Spartans, he carried the ball 11 times for 73 yards, just under his season average just over his season average of 6 yards per carry. Watson carried the ball 4 times for 23 yards, and then Skoronek, 13 carries, 37 total yards. Passing, here we go, 73%. Kazai's completed 73% of his passes, 11 of 15 for 133 yards. His top receiver tonight is Skoronek, who has 7 catches for 90 yards. Kreider, comes into the game as the leading receiver for the Spartans, only has 2 catches for 22. Bishop Dwenger, 155 total yards of offense in the first half. Rushing, Amon Clark, 6 carries, 54 yards, averaging 8 yards a carry. Pachelny, 6 carries, 34 yards. Now passing, Pachelny, 2 of 5 for 62 yards. 2 of 5 for 62 yards, and those 2 completions came on the one drive. The big one coming, the 56-yarder, was to Zach Norton for a score. 2 of 5 for 62 yards, 1 pick. That was early. His very first pass of the game was interception, and then he followed up. So he's 1-1. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And 1 catch also for Federspiel for 6 yards. Looking at getting a little deeper here. Third down conversions for the Saints. They're 2 out of 4 in the first half. Penalties. 4 penalties for 33 yards. 1 turnover. And the Spartans could not turn that gift into any points. Homestead, 4 out of 7 on third down conversions. Over 50%. Remember, they're averaging 54% on the season. Penalties, 4 penalties for the home team Spartans tonight for 30 yards. The big one, Sean, 3 turnovers, 1 fumble and 2 interceptions. 2 interceptions in the end zone, by the way.
Right.
And the Saints converted those 2 interceptions in the end zone into 14 points, and that's where we are right now, is the Saints lead at half, 14-7 over the home team Homestead Spartans.
We're going to go ahead and take a 1-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, the round table begins, and your third quarter action should be right up after that. So stick around, folks. You're listening to SAC Football and Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Hi, I'm Charlie Momper from Momper Insulation. We've been around since 1956, and we're still the #1 name in insulation. Chances are you've seen us re-insulating the home in your neighborhood, where we blow insulation into the sidewalls and attic to make your heating and cooling more efficient. Give us a call and let's talk about all the insulation options we have available to help you save money. I know we can do the job for you. You've got my word on it. Call us at 432-7543.
You can help support your Catholic parish or school with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. You'll not only enjoy excellent personal service and save money with your new loan or credit card, you'll also be giving money back to the participating parish or school you care about. Let Notre Dame Federal Credit Union elevate all participating parishes or schools. Elevate can be reached at 844-230-6611 or visit us online at ndelevate.com. Independent from the university.
Back to live action here at Homestead High School. It is our halftime show. 14-7 is your score. The Bishop Dwenger Saints are on top, and we are getting ready to wind up our halftime show, brought to you by historic St. Felix Catholic Center, which is now open for retreats. Located in Huntington, Indiana, on 30 scenic acres with plenty of recreational areas and a serene Blessed Mother grotto, St. Felix Catholic Center is the perfect location for a single day of prayer to overnight retreats. It's the former home of Venerable Solanus Casey, so come visit today. You can plan your visit at sfcatholiccenter.com. That's historic St. Felix Catholic Center, our halftime sponsor. Okay, boys, the mics are open and live. Mark, let's get your thoughts on the first half of action and what you see.
Well, if I'm the coaches at Homestead, I'm in there saying, hey, gentlemen, come on. We should have 28 points on the board. This should be 28-14. We've been down there. We fumbled once in the end zone. We threw 2 picks in the end zone. And even I would call that last series down in the red zone for Homestead a turnover, because when the ball went over the kid's head, that was like a turnover. So they're saying, hey, come on, let's just come out here and play our football game. Hang on to the football, take care of things, we're okay. On the other hand, Dwenger's saying, if you gave us 14-7 at half, we'll take it, but we're not going to be, hey, we got a ball fight or a dog fight. We're going to say the same thing. Hey, they could be up 28. They're not, because we stuck them and we did some good things. So we've just got to play our game. And again, I'll say it, this first drive, Dwenger's got it, started the third quarter, is going to be huge for this game. Yeah,
you're exactly right, Mark. And that brings up a good point, Joe, as well, to talk really about the condition of the Saints at this point. You know, we see Noah Frymuth, who doesn't appear to be playing. We see another Saint Litchfield using some crutches right now. The Saints got dinged up here in the first half, but are able to contain this high-powered Homestead offense to 7 points. What's your takeaway on the first half?
Well, I tell you, you're right. And I'll say this. Here's my takeaway. This Homestead offense is scary.
Yeah.
I mean, they really are. A lot of speed, a lot of ball fakes in the backfield. It's tough to follow the ball even for us. They're scary good, guys. Make no mistake. And I'm right there with Mark. If I'm Homestead coaches, I'm saying the same thing. We should be up 2 scores at least in this game. Now, how is Kazai going to handle adversity? He has not thrown an interception coming into this game in the first 2 games. He throws 2, both of them being in the end zone.
Right.
How is Homestead as a team going to handle adversity? Their first 2 weeks, really, they always had the game in control. Now they don't. We're going to learn a lot about this Homestead team and the Saints team in the second half. I'm fired up. I can't wait to go, Jack.
I hear you there. Absolutely right. Mark Watts, let's talk about a little bit the third quarter coming up here. The Saints get the ball. And we always talk about that first possession in the third quarter and what championships teams do with it. Assuming that Dwenger is successful in scoring a touchdown or even a field goal, what does that do to Homestead? What do you think?
Well, I think, again, they've got a half. They know what they're doing. I think it's going to come down, gentlemen, to the line play. You didn't see Homestead have the success running the ball late in the second quarter that we did earlier, and I think Dwenger's defensive line starting to make some things happen. They finally got a little pressure on the quarterback of Homestead late, so I think this is going to be key, and this first drive is going to show it. Let's see if Dwenger's offensive line can start making some holes, and the best play they had running the ball was the isolation.
Right.
Not trying to get outside, and I think you're going to see more of that.
And that was their best play last week, too, running the football against Concordia, was that ISO up the middle.
Because one time the defensive end caught the running back from behind, so it was too late. If it hits quickly, they've got something going there.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for that look into the crystal ball. Is coming up here. We're under a minute to go here in the halftime show and preparing for the third quarter action. Again, your score, 14-7, the Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the Homestead Spartans. And, folks, if you can hear this game, it's thanks to our communication sponsor, Dr. Todd and Mary Briscoe and Briscoe Family Dentistry. Their generous financial support helps make this Redeemer Radio Sports broadcast possible. If you need emergency dental care, call Dr. Briscoe at 486-9950. That's Briscoe Family Dentistry, our communication sponsor.
Sean, I just got a text from Matt Peters. He's up in New York City. His son David, remember David Peters played for the Saints last year?
Yeah.
He's playing at Ave Maria University down in Florida. He made the travel team. He traveled to New York with the team. They got a game tomorrow, and they're listening right now in New York City. So shout out to the Peters family there.
Love that. How does he do it? Ladies and gentlemen, RedeemerRadio.com. If you have TuneIn or iHeartRadio, we're on it. So you can go online, listen to us around the world at www.redeemerradio.com or search for us on your favorite radio app. Remember, you can also follow us online at Twitter. We are at 1063sports. Updates from around the area on Twitter as well. So you can always follow us on Twitter that way. And just a reminder, talking about college ball, Joe, St. Francis with a home opener tomorrow night.
Exciting.
Against Olivet Nazarene. So we'll be looking forward to that one. Joe Parson on the call. I'll be sitting in your chair tomorrow night, Joe, for the Cougar opener. And it is exciting stuff. College football right in the fort. So
no
good
doubt.
stuff.
You guys do a great job. Hey, another big game across town here. Lures Wayne at 0.
What was that, huh?
I don't know, but I bet the Godfather was probably in the locker room at halftime.
He might have been.
Getting him a talk.
Yeah. Wow. Did not anticipate that whatsoever. Well, again, natural field, a lot of rain. Maybe the offenses are having a very hard time getting things going.
Let's get this one going, Shawnee.
Here we go. 12 minutes are on the clock. The start of the third quarter is right around the corner. 14-7 is your score. Saints on top of the Homestead Spartans. Now, Saints, since they deferred in the first half, will be getting the ball to start the second half here. Norton and Clark in the back, standing near their 5-yard lines. Their 5-yard line, excuse me. Should be number 53, Chase Gott, to kick this one away. He's kicking left to right on your radio dial from the 40. It's a low liner taken by an up back near the 32, the 35, spins into it and gets taken down near the 37, maybe the 38-yard line.
Look like Austin Burns maybe on this. Austin Burns on the return for the Saints.
So the Saints will start out with good field position. They mark the ball at the 38. Far right hash mark. Here comes Piccioni and company on offense. Okay, they break huddle and come to the line. Piccioni in the shotgun formation. Amon Clark behind him. Wing to the right, 2 wideouts, 1 on each side. Here is a snap. Give to Clark through the middle. Arm tackling, gets through into the linebacker core, pushes north of the 40 out to about the 42-yard line.
Sean, you talked about it at half. This is a huge drive for the Saints. You come out, every coach will tell you the same thing. This is the biggest drive of the ball game right now.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Saints. Ball resting in between the 42 and the 43-yard line. Split backs this time, wide out left and right. Piccioni in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Inside give, no play action. He rolls to his left, looks to throw out to the flats, high that time, and incomplete. So they can't make the connection there. Number 86, Ryan Berghoff, the intended receiver that time. And pass is just a little too high.
Berghoff was open, but high pass. You call it, Sean. Just out of the reach of Berghoff. And Berghoff's a tall one,
Yeah. So that burns it down, bringing up a 3rd and 5 for the Saints. Ball resting at their own 42.5-yard line. So they break huddle and come back to it. Let's see if they can convert this 3rd down. Single set back. Wide out right and left. Wing to the right. Here's a snap. Rolls to his left. Looks to throw out in the flats. He's got his man. It's caught. That will be enough for a Saints first down, as the throw that time was to number 24, Nick Fiacable, who makes the catch.
That throw was on time, and I think that's important to see tonight. He threw it when he had to throw it, exactly where he had to throw it, where Nick Fiacable could get the first down and move the chains for the Saints.
Right. So the ball resting at the midfield stripe, right at the 50 with 10:56 to go here in the third quarter. It's a second first down for the Saints. Single set back, same formation this time, wing to the right. Wideouts left and right. Here's the snap. Give to the tailback, ISO through the middle. They can't catch him. He breaks it out to the left side. So hitting the backfield and rolls it out left for a nice gain is Almon Clark that time. Gets inside the 45, down to about the 44. So they cross into Homestead territory. Mark, what do you have for us?
It's interesting. Homestead's now come out with two deep 5 under zone this half, showing them a little different look. Let's see how Dwenger handles it.
So we'll call that a pickup of 7 there for Almon Clark. Ball resting now at the Homestead 44-yard line. Going to have 2 wide outs to the right side. Norton in the slot right, split backs. Here's a snap, looks to throw, pulls it down, looks to throw again, pump fake, going deep, no good.
I think it's going to be a holding call on Homestead on the double move. I believe the defensive back, Mark, you might have had a better look at it, grabbed the receiver as he tried to double move.
Again, these coaches, I'm impressed. They come out in cover 2 and they try to hit the 18-yard out, which is the weakness. And you're right, Joe, he was grabbed, he was beat. Luckily for Dwenger, the ball was probably not catchable, but they got a break there, and first down. Back to you.
All righty. Let's see where they assess this penalty here. It'll give a fresh set of downs to the Saints. As it go from the 44 inside the 49, 53 to go here in the third quarter. 14-7 again is your score. This is the first drive of the third quarter. The Saints have the ball in Homestead territory. And it looks like they're going to mark this one at the 34-yard line. Wing right formation, wideouts left and right with a single setback. Piccioli in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback through the middle. This time they corral him after about a 2, maybe a 3-yard gain.
Nice defensive stop there by number 59. I believe that's Tico Brown again, slashing from his tackle position in, penetrating in, and corralling Amon Clark in the backfield.
Takes the ball down to the 33, so really not much of a gain there. We'll call it 1. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Saints. It looks like we're going to have a trips package to the right with 1 left and a single setback. Homestead defense not really sure where to go. Here's the option, left side on the short side. Clark evades 1 tackle, gets north. He's going to be close to a first down, but I don't think he's there yet. Let's see where they mark this. Maybe at the 28-yard line. Yeah, not even close. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, he's short.
Yeah. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Another big third down here for the Saints at the Homestead 28-yard line. Split backs, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 left. Piccioli checks again with the sidelines. Still looks, 12 seconds on the clock, plenty of time. Press coverage from Homestead. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. Amon Clark through the middle. Gets down inside the 25-yard line to the 24. This is going to be close.
Looked like another isolation play, just followed his lead blocker. It is going to be a hair short. 4th decision time for Ernie Bodrab. 4th and 1, it looks like.
They put the ball right at the 25-yard line. 4th and 1. The Saints are going to go for it here. Piccioli under center. He's probably going to try a hard count. Trips package to the right, single setback. That's Winklejohn in the backfield. Will they give it to the big bruiser is the question. He's looking over at the sideline for some clarification.
Hard count. Get him a hard count.
And now he calls a timeout. So the hard count doesn't work for the Saints. They're going to take a timeout and think about it here with 8:26 left to go here in the third quarter. Saints on top, 14-7. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Mark Watts.
Okay, Homestead did a great job defensively there, gentlemen. They loaded the box. They took every defensive gap they could. Everything was covered. I don't think Dwenger, if they had a sneak or they had a quick dive, it was not going to work. So I think Piccioli was smart to do that. But kudos to Homestead there. They really had everything inside just bottled, ready to take it on. Back to you.
Well, I agree, Mark, exactly what you said. Remember, there's a mismatch in the middle of that line. McGuire, 178 pounds, going against the big 300-pound nose guard for the Spartans. So I'm thinking a sneak was not your play there.
No, absolutely not. The ISO's been effective. They need 1. It's 4th and 1 here. The ball resting at the Homestead 25-yard line. And it looks like the timeout is over.
T-shirts into the stands. They're donated by the Homestead Athletic Booster Club.
Final talk by Coach Corey Kitchens to the offense.
No,
and they come out here. Will they try a deep one here is the question. See if they can burn this goal line stand. We've got trips to the right. Single setback. One wide to the left. Here's a snap. They go to left pitch. Almon Clark around the left side. He's got the first down and more. 20, 15, 10. Wrangled down at about the 12-yard line. The speed comes through for Almon Clark, and it's a first down for the Saints. Mark Watts, what'd you see?
Okay, just a smart play by Dwenger. They split everybody out. So Homestead had to react and put some people out on the wide receivers. Then they run the option to the outside. Good call. Back to you.
All right, they marked the ball down at the 9-yard line. First and goal now for the Saints. They're up 14-7. Can they make it 20? Single setback from the shotgun. Here's a give to Clark through the middle. Not much there. He's going to fall forward. Gain of 1, maybe 2 on that play.
Again, Tico Brown on the stop for Homestead. Tico Brown just keeps slashing in there. What a player. And only a sophomore, guys. We're going to be able to call this guy's name for the next couple years.
Zach Norton checks in for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Gives the play to Pachelny. He's going to be wide out to the right side. In the slot right. Almon Clark wide out on the right side, so Tripp's out there with Berghoff. Now a man in motion. That's Norton. They give it, no. Quarterback keeper through the middle. Pachelny's got some room. Does he get into the end zone?
Oh, he stopped
He
short.
stopped just shy of the end zone, down at about the 1-yard line.
Boy, it almost seemed like if he'd have just lowered his shoulder and drove, he could have gotten in. He was that close, guys.
Yes.
He was that close. Hurry up offense now on third down, 3rd and 2 from the 2.
3rd and goal from the 2 for the Saints. Pachelny again with a single setback. That's Winklejohn back there. Behind him, here's a pitch to Winklejohn, right side. Puts a shoulder into it, touchdown. Saints score.
Good play calls there, guys. They've really mixed it up. Inside, outside. I thought Corey Kitchen did a nice job mixing it up there and sticking with the run. Stick with what gets you there.
22-7 now. The Bishop Dwenger Saints on top. Mark Watts, what'd you see?
Oh, they went to that unbalanced line. They haven't showed it all night. Saved it for down there. It was a great call. Caught Homestead a little bit. And we talked about it. Dwenger's offensive line is starting to make a little bit of a push. Back to you.
All right. Now they line up for the PAT. They shift right, and it looks like they're going to kick this one here. Tomlinson, number 20, back there. Houck on the hold. Here's a snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. It looks good from here. Yes, it is good. 21-7 is your score now. So on the opening drive, not only does Dwenger score, but they burn half the clock. 6:54 to go here in the third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Saints on top, 21-7. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Are you looking for an orthopedic specialist? Ortho Northeast has been serving the community for over 50 years with offices in 3 convenient locations. Look for the location nearest you. Dr. John Pritchard is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon with 20 years of experience with ONE and can assist you with the best treatment plan for your knee or shoulder pain. Dr. John Pritchard is looking forward to meeting you and helping with all orthopedic needs. Call Dr. Pritchard at 260-484-8551 or visit the web at www.orthone.com.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is third quarter action where the Bishop Dwenger Saints have taken the opening drive of the third quarter and scored against the Homestead Spartans. The score now 21-7 as Dwenger prepares to kick off from their 40. Saints wearing the gold helmets and gold pants with the white jerseys and the navy numerals. Homestead wearing their home blue with yellow accents. Tomlinson, number 20, will be kicking for the Saints, kicking right to left on your radio dial. Kick is in the air. Short kick taken by an up back near the 23, going across the line of scrimmage. 25-30, gets a lane, finally taken down just shy of the 35-yard line.
How will Homestead handle the adversity of being down 2 scores?
Right.
That was a question we had coming out of the halftime. And how will they handle this first offensive drive of the second half?
Drew Kazai is the man to ask. He is going to be the quarterback for the Homestead Spartans, number 15. Behind him, he will have Landon Durnell. Wide out is Connor Fitzharris, number 1. Got a man in motion across the line of scrimmage. Give to the tailback. Little trap through the middle left. Gets some nice yardage. Big push out past the 40. Close to the 42-yard line. Mark Watts, what do you have?
I'm on Homestead sideline, and I'm telling you that they come out hard on that first play. Their offense is on a mission right now. Back to you.
All right, so they take it out to the 42. We'll call that a gain of 8 that time for the Spartans, bringing up a 2nd and 2. They've got their play from the sidelines in the shotgun. Man in motion again around the, and here's a draw play through the middle. It's broken up. He evades one tackle, but not the other one. And he's going to be dropped for a loss near the 41-yard line.
Peter Winklejohn, okay, I'm just going to call him the hammer.
Yeah.
Because he hits like a hammer. And we saw it right there. He just destroyed the back, and Colin Burns was there to lend a hand.
Well, he's got to be pretty pumped up. He just scored a touchdown, so
that'll do it.
The juices are flowing.
I wouldn't know, but I got to assume that would do it.
That's right. All right, so we'll call that a loss of 1, bringing up a 3rd and 3 for the Spartans. Clock continuing to tick down. 5:45 to go here in the third quarter. They have their play. 3, 2, 1. Do they get the snap off? They do not. Oh, wait. They start the play.
They let it go.
They let it go. That was clearly a delay of game. Quarterback keeper through the middle, rolling out to the left side across the midfield stripe. And there, boy, oh boy, I would not be
There's
happy.
a flag. There's a holding flag.
Yeah, back near the 38. So
but that was clearly a delay game. Clearly.
Yeah, might be coming back. So the quarterback keeper around the left side will be nullified with this penalty. And let's see where they mark this one. They're going to walk back inside the 30. Mark it back about the 28, right at the 28-yard line. So 5:30 to go here in the third quarter. Saints up 21-7 over Homestead. Costly holding penalty against the Spartans there. And that is going to bring up 3rd and about 15, maybe 16. Let's see what they do here. They have big play capabilities. Single setback, 2 wideouts on each side. He checks off, gives them more commands to the front line. Man in motion now going across the field. Another high snap. He's caught in the backfield, and he's dropped for a sack. Wow, back on the 19-yard line.
Gerhardt, I believe it was Gerhardt, number 50, came slashing through there from his linebacker position to make the stop for Bishop Dwenger. Another bad snap for Spartans.
So the Homestead Spartans actually moved backward on that drive, and they are forced to punt the ball away with 5:05 remaining here in the third quarter.
First punt of the game, I believe, for the Spartans.
I think you're right, yeah. Ball now resting just at the 20-yard line. Back deep we have Clark, and it looks like Zach Norton back deep for the Saints. Here is a snap. It's a good snap. Kick is away. Nice kick. Line drive. And it looks like Amon Clark will take it at about the 36. Look for some left side. Gets inside, taken down near the 50-yard line. So a great job by the Dwenger defense. And another costly mistake by Homestead. Gives the ball back to the Saints. But they're going to, let's see what happens. We got a flag on the play.
I can't even see where it's at.
Yeah, we got some glare. Mark Watts, what did you see? It looks like we've got an official talking to the Saints.
It's right in front of me.
Did you see what the call was, though?
No, but he threw it right away. It looks like probably an illegal formation, I'm guessing, because Homestead had some problems getting the right number of kids on the field.
Okay.
So that's what my guess is. Dwenger might just decline it and say, let's go play.
Well, yeah, the ball is resting right at the 50-yard line. It's a pretty short field.
Yeah, yep.
And it is declined.
Good call. If you got the ball midfield, take it.
Sure, you bet. So Dwenger declines the penalty. They will take over 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They're leading the Homestead Spartans 21-7 with 4:37 to go in the third quarter. Pichelny with split backs. Wide out left and right. Here's a snap. Give to Clark through the middle. He finds a seam, breaks it out left. Stiff arm. Finds another block at the 40 down to the 35 and taken down at the 34-yard line. explosive speed on display by Almon Clark there.
Well, and Amon's not a big guy, so he's hard to find. And remember, his line is huge. I mean, they average 260 pounds, about 6'2", and he just gets behind him, and he's hard to find.
Yep.
And he just has a great vision. He sees things, and he goes. He has the ability to go.
1st and 10 for the Saints at the 34-yard line of the Spartans. Same formation, split backs, wide out left and right. Piccioni in the shotgun. Here is a snap. Gives to Clark. No, play action. Rolls right. Throw to the flats. It's caught. Number 86 has it. Taken down inside the 25-yard line.
Flag deep in the defensive backfield.
So they mark it right at the 25. We do have a flag on the play, as Joe said. That was away from the play, really, from where I could see that flag being thrown, but
there was a receiver blocking way downfield. I wonder if he was holding.
That might have been
or
it.
Blocking before the pass.
Officials talk about it.
Illegal block.
Yeah, illegal block by the Saints.
Offensive pass interference call.
So Ryan Berghoff, his catch that time is going to be nullified. And that's a costly penalty for the Saints. It's a 15-yarder. Taking it back to the 49-yard line. So they're still in Homestead territory. But now it's 1st and forever for the Saints.
We should mention, too, the linebacker, the senior linebacker, Kyle Burke for Homestead, is that he's dinged up as well and out of the game.
So Dwenger resets now with a 1st and 25. Ball resting at the 49-yard line of Homestead. Going to have a trips package on the left side, one wide out to the right, and a single setback. Here's the snap. He looks to throw, pulls it down, goes deep, throws over the middle, spikes the ball. And that was a broken play. I don't know if he was looking for a screen, but all of his receivers went downfield on the left side.
Screen was not there, and he threw it into the ground.
Mark, what do you have for us?
Yeah, it was going to the tailback, Oman, and the linebacker just read it, so he just threw it in the ground. But Oman was there. The referee pointed to him, said, there's a receiver, so it wasn't intentional grounding. Back to you.
All right, so they burn it down here. 2nd and 25 with 3:42 to go in the third quarter. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. 21-7 is your score. Saints on top and with the ball. Wing to the right side on the short side here. And Piccioni, quarterback keeper, through the middle. He's got some room. Got a seam down to the 40. Gets taken down near the 37-yard line. He took a shot, but he bounces up.
Now you're in two-down territory, and that's what you have to do. Once you can get past the 40 in high school football, I believe you're in the two-down territory.
Sure.
That brings up 3rd and 11.
So gain of about 13 that time on the quarterback draw through the middle. For the Saints, they're facing a 3rd and 12. About 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Okay, so 2 wideouts to the right, split backs, and 1 wide out to the left. Piccioni in the shotgun, looks to throw. Looks, time in the pocket, throws across the middle. It's caught. It is caught by Berghoff, number 86 that time, and that is enough for a Saints first down.
That's just a matter of Berghoff. That was a rebound is what that looked like. Berghoff just used his tall body and positioned himself in front of the defender and went up and out jumped him for the ball. Nice play.
That's exactly right. Berghoff checking in, 6'4", 179, and he used all of it there to get that one. Good throw, good catch, and a good first down for the Saints. Inside the red zone now, down at the 17-yard line are the Saints. They line up with a wing left, wideouts on each side, and a single setback. Here's a snap, give to the tailback, Almon Clark through the middle, gets into the linebacker core. Nice push inside the 15 to the 14.
And this is key. What they're doing now is they got their first down, which was critical after that 1st and 25. Now they're running the ball. Let the clock, take your time, let the clock run.
Yep, good call. 2nd and 7 now, gain of 3 that time for the Saints. From the 17 down to the 14.
Now you want to see Piccioni as a junior quarterback. Look up the shot clock. Tell everybody to take a breath. There's 14 seconds left.
Trip to the right with a wing right. 1 wide out left. Here's a snap. Play action. Ball's on the ground. Piccioni covers. Bad transaction there.
Faked it to Amon coming through, and it just, you got to hold on to it. Because when Amon came through on the fake, it knocked it right out of his hands. Third down and call it 9, Sean.
Yep, back to the 16-yard line.
Saints are 3 out of 4 on third down conversions in this half.
Saints on top 21-7. Your score. They are threatening inside the red zone of Homestead. 1 minute and 26 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. New formation this time. Split backs with wideouts left and right. Piccioni in the shotgun. Give to Clark. Bounces it out to the right side. He's got the edge. He breaks a tackle.
Breaks
spinning,
another one.
Gets inside the 10. Touchdown! Look at that. Amon Clark on second and third effort on the far side of the field. Breaks the plane and goes in for a score. Mark Watts, you were down there.
Okay, it was supposed to go inside. He bounced it outside. He broke one tackle, took on another tackle, and then hit the pylon with the football. That's why it was a touchdown, gentlemen.
There you go. Amon Clark tonight having a whale of a game against these Homestead Spartans.
16-yard touchdown run for Amon Clark, Sean.
There you go. And now the PAT. Here comes the line to the left side. Looks like they might try some trickeration. No, they finally line up here. And Homestead takes that formation seriously now. As Tomlinson comes in for the PAT. Waiting for the snap. Here's the snap. The hold is good. The kick is up. It looks good. Yes, it is. Your score with 1:11 to go here in the third quarter, 28-7. Saints shocking the Homestead Spartans. We're back in 30 seconds, folks. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Hello, I'm Tom Steele with Tom Steele Tire and Auto Repair, a family-owned business for over 35 years. We carry all major brands of new tires as well as a large selection of quality used tires to save you money. We do all types of auto repairs, be it brakes, alignment, or just fix your air conditioning. Tom Steele Tire, North Clinton or Illinois Road. Give us a try. You'll be glad you did.
The Bishop Dwenger Saints making their presence known here at Homestead. The score 28-7. Saints on top with a 16-yard scamper by Amon Clark on the right side, pushing them to that score with 1:11 to go here in the third quarter. Tomlinson and the Saints getting ready to kick this one off.
Sean, this one's not over.
No, not by any stretch. You're right.
Let me just tell you that.
Here is the kick. It is a high end over end kick taken by the tailback. A little reverse action there. Skoranek has to take it back inside, and he gets knocked down at about the 24-yard line.
Good special teams play by Austin Burns to stay with Skoranek and take him down.
Let's check in with Nick Gray real fast, who has some updates from around the area.
Just talked to Kevin over at Bishop Luers, and right now Bishop Luers is beating Wayne 7-0. He says that there's 17 Bishop Luers players in shorts standing on the sidelines, so That's interesting there. Carroll is beating Northside 25-22. With that, I'll bring it back to live action. We'll check in a little bit. Back to you.
Thanks, Nick. Here is Homestead on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw. Stands tall in the pocket. Now finally has to break contain. Looking around. Looking deep. Throws it right side, and it is knocked out of the way. Looks like Zach Norton was right there with the man. Number 83 was the intended receiver for the Homestead Spartans, and of course that's Austin Kreider, who couldn't make the play.
Nice job. We have to mention about the defensive front there for Bishop Dwenger to keep Skoranek back there because he loves to run when it breaks down, and he had nowhere to go. He had to keep looking for a receiver downfield, and the defensive front all stayed in their positions.
So the
Kazai,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Not Skoranek, yeah. So Kazai, 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. Here's the snap, handoff through the middle. Tries to find some room, falls forward for a gain that time, out to close to the 28-yard line.
Colin Burns on the stop for Bishop Dwenger. Colin Burns putting together a nice ball game for the Saints tonight.
There he is. Call that a gain of 3 with about 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Homestead, single setback. 4 wideouts, 2 on each side. They bring the heat. Here's the pass. It's thrown, and it's caught. 1 tackle beaten. He's got some room on the outside. Kreider knocked out of bounds near the midfield stripe. Nice throw and catch. Great play for yardage after the catch that time by Austin Kreider. Mark Watts, what do you have?
Okay, Dwenger was in man-to-man that time. They blitzed both linebackers, and quarterback just made a nice throw, read it, and put it on the money. Good play by their quarterback.
Good job by the Spartans line to pick up that blitz, Sean.
Exactly. Fresh set of downs for the Spartans. At their own 48-yard line, here's the snap, here's the throw. It is caught by Skoronek, takes a step back, looks for some room through the middle. He will have close to a 10-yard gain that time.
Now the offense is finding a rhythm here for the Spartans. Again, they can get the ball down the field so quick.
That they can. We'll call that a gain of 9, bringing up a 2nd and 1. Ball in between the 43 and 44-yard line when we come back. It is the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 12 more minutes of play here. The Saints on top of Homestead, 28-7. We're back after this 1-minute break. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
The right solution matters. First Federal Bank knows businesses come in all sizes, from family-owned to mid-sized enterprises, all the way to large corporations. And we believe banking solutions should too. Whether you're looking for a way to improve cash flow or finance a multi-million-dollar expansion, we're dedicated to finding solutions custom fit to you. I'm Perry Level. To learn more about First Federal Bank's commercial banking solutions, call me at 260-432-0022 or visit first-fed.com. After all, we're better together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Matthew F. Hatfield, a health insurance specialist for those aged 65 and older, and for those under age 65 receiving Social Security disability. Matt provides Medicare supplement plans, Medicare Part D prescription drug plans, Medicare Advantage plans, dental, vision, and hearing aid insurance plans, and long-term care insurance plans. For taking good care during the best years of your life, call Matthew F. Hatfield at 484-6606.
Back to live action, ladies and gentlemen. It is the start of the fourth quarter where the Bishop Dwenger Saints are on top of the Homestead Spartans 28-7. Homestead with the ball in Dwenger territory, facing a 2nd and 1. The ball resting at the 43-yard line of Dwenger.
Sean, if you're keeping score of this heavyweight match at home, round 3, third quarter, goes to the Saints.
Yeah.
14-0.
Absolutely. Here come the Spartans on offense.
Blitz.
From the shotgun, give to the tailback through the middle, finds a seam, gets hit in the linebacker core, and dropped after enough for a first down. They're going to hit him about the 37-yard line.
Saints have chosen to blitz the last 2 plays, and Homestead has picked it up and gotten some nice gains out of it.
Landon Durnell on the carry that time, number 38 for the Spartans, doing yeoman's work back there in the tailback position. So fresh set of downs for Homestead here. From the shotgun, he's looking to throw. Kezai steps back, throws, seam pattern, left side, falls to the ground. No chance that time. Good coverage by the Saints back there, Joe.
Absolutely. Landon Durnell, you talked about the yeoman's work, this running back, senior running back. He averages 172 yards a game. He really is a workhorse.
That he is. Mark Watts, what do you have?
Okay, Dwenger's defensive secondary is playing about 2 or 3 yards deeper. They'll give the short pass, but they don't want any quick sixes right now.
Yeah, good call. Trips to the right, 1 man left, single setback. Here's Homestead on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's got pressure, has to break contain. He's going down.
Oh, my.
Sack back at the 45-yard line. Backside pressure. Who is that, Sipe?
Frank Yanko.
Wow.
Frank Yanko. What a name. That's a football name, isn't it?
Gotta love it.
Frank Yanko, that's his 3rd sack of the season.
Wow, big sack that time. Takes them back to the 45-yard line. So instead of 2nd and 10, now they have a 3rd and 18 situation here. But it's Homestead. 4 wideouts and a single setback. Here's a snap. Rolls to his left, looking to throw. Has protection. Throws. Intercepted. Hake has the ball at the 40. The 37. Well, we've got a flag coming in. And
After the fact. I think it's a blocking on the Saints.
So at the 37-yard line, that is the 3rd pick in one game for Drew Kezai.
And he had 0 coming in, 0 interceptions in his first 2 games and 8 touchdown passes. He has no touchdown passes, right? No touchdown passes
right.
And 3 interceptions here tonight.
So the ball now resting at the 42-yard line of the Saints. This penalty is going to be against the Saints here. But it occurred after the interception. So the offense is on the field for the Saints with 10:55 to go here in the game. 28-7 is your score, and the Saints have the ball back. We're going to have to move back. Go ahead.
Sean, I didn't see a Spartan really too close to that pass, Mark. What went on down there? Was it just coverage? Did they fake him out?
No, I think he just made a bad decision. It was kind of a play action, and he sprinted out, and there was nobody open.
Yeah.
He should have thrown it away. It was just a bad decision by the quarterback.
Here come the Saints on offense, led by their junior quarterback, Pichelny, number 15. Single setback is Almon Clark. Trips to the left, one wide right. Here's the snap. Option. Pitch to Almon Clark. He breaks the tackle, has a block, gets downfield, and turns the loss into about a 10-yard play.
Wow.
Clark is having a whale of a game.
You know what he's doing that really impresses me? When I used to coach running backs, I would tell him, your job is to make the first person miss and to break one tackle. And that's what he does.
Yep.
The first person that's gotten to him has not brought him down all night, I don't think.
No. We'll call that a 10-yard gainer.
Boots.
Mark Watts, what do you have for us?
Okay, Pichelny came off the sideline saying, my bad. He pitched it too quickly. Amon saved him that time. Back to you.
You're right. All right, so we've got split backs now on 1st and 10. Wide out left and right. Pichelny in the shotgun. On the right hash mark. Here's a snap, low snap, gets it to Almon Clark through the middle, finds a seam, still on his feet, the 50, the 40, the 35, the 30. He's getting pursued and knocked out of bounds, but after a whale of a gain that time, we're going to find the yardage on that as he takes it down. Let's see where they mark it. Close to the 15-yard line, is that right?
Looks like the 15-yard, no.
Oh, well, no, he must have stepped out.
Yeah, he must have stepped out. 23.
23-yard
line.
23-yard line.
I tell you what I'm seeing. I think the linebackers for Homestead are getting tired. They're just not flowing and attacking like they did in the first half.
Right.
And they're allowing themselves to get blocked, and they're not getting off their blocks. That's why Amon's able to break these runs.
19-yard carry that time for Amon Clark, giving a fresh set of downs, and the Saints are once again threatening just outside the red zone at the 23-yard line. Single setback, Pichelny in the shotgun. He's got a wing left. Here's a snap. They're going through the middle, trap. Clark looking for some room, gets inside the 20, dragging a tackler with him down to the 19-yard line.
Amon gets up gingerly.
Yes, he does. Somebody was squeezing that ankle. He seems to be okay now, but they're going to bring him out for a little rest.
Mike Hake checks into the game. He's going to be the tailback now for the Saints.
Under 10 minutes to go now in the game. 28-7 is your score. The Saints have broken through the red zone plane and is at the 19-yard line. They are looking at a 2nd and 6 coming up. They break huddle and come to the line. Wing on the right side, wide outs left and right, man across the line in scrimmage, and Pichelny, a quarterback keeper, left side, going for the sidelines, won't have enough room, gets out of bounds near the 17-yard line, so still a gain, but not much there.
The only thing I'd like to see them do differently there was stay in bounds, keep the clock running.
Right.
But now, you're getting yourself into field goal position, really, Sean.
Sure.
Don't do anything risky. If you can put 3 more points on the board, or at least take a chance at 3 more points, that's okay.
Well, let's see what they do here on 3rd and 3. Ball resting at the 16-yard line.
The wind is at the Saints' back if they do want to try a field goal.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd down. Single setback, trips to the right. Play action throw across the middle, and it is nearly picked, but incomplete pass that time. Looks like the intended receiver went down a little quickly, but again, the ball was thrown low where maybe only he could get it. And now the Saints are looking at a 4th down and 3, and it looks like the kick team is coming on.
Looks like the field goal team is coming on.
Here comes Tomlinson, number 20.
I think the Saints may have to call a timeout here to get organized because the kicker's just now coming out.
Yeah. He gets to the huddle with about 15 seconds remaining here. Can they do it is the question. They might have enough.
Why rush it? 9, 8. He's still getting his steps.
Yep, they burn a timeout with 4 seconds.
Offsides on the defense.
Oh, my
Offsides
goodness.
on the defense on a 4th and 3. That's going to give the Saints a 1st down.
Wow.
And they wouldn't even. This kicker wasn't even lined
He
up
wasn't
yet.
even ready. I thought they called timeout because the kicker wasn't ready, and it's a flag against Homestead.
I've never seen that.
Never. And the offense now comes back onto the field with a fresh set of downs. Wow, as they move it down to the 11-yard line. Mark, what do you have for us?
I'm looking at the Homestead coaching staff, and they're just all perplexed. They can't believe that someone would do that, and they're just looking at each other like, what are we doing? So they're very upset on the sideline. Back to you.
Yeah. Wow. Have never seen that. A lot of red zone mistakes for Homestead tonight. Okay, so here is a 1st and 10 now for the Bishop Dwenger Saints at the 11-yard line of Homestead. With split backs, play action, rolling to the right. Pichelny has some pressure from the backside, throws it in the corner. Touchdown!
Touchdown!
Touchdown, yes! Saints! Just at the fringe, the catch is made. And is that 89, Joe? I'm getting a hard read there.
Fetterspiel, 89? I
think
he's
it is.
Surrounded by teammates.
Yeah.
There it is, 89.
Fetterspiel with a catch, doing it on the tiptoes in the edge of the end zone. Unbelievable throw and catch. Pichelny put it right where he had to on the run. And then, Fetterspiel bringing it in for a Dwenger score.
Big arm right there by Pichelny.
Yeah.
He threw a rope.
Yep. Remember, folks, to catch this game tomorrow, putting our voices with the video, check out SummitCitySports.com, and you can catch all this game tomorrow. This has been a great game for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. The PAT is up, and it is good, 35-7 with 9:19 to go in the contest. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Redeemer Radio gladly thanks Dr. Mark Stoner, a St. Jude parishioner, for underwriting a portion of our programming. Dr. Mark Stoner offers comprehensive dentistry for every family member. Dr. Stoner is now accepting new patients at his new location, 9830 Auburn Road. For more information on services for all dental needs, Dr. Stoner can be found on the web at markstonerdds.com or reached by phone at 260-484-4181.
Well, folks, one of tonight's game sponsors, Hubcap Express. They are the experts in run-flat tires and plus-size fitment. If you need your rims straightened, call Hubcap Express. They fix bent rims. For all your tire needs, visit Hubcap Express, located at 606 West Coliseum Boulevard, and on the web at hubcapexpress.com. So the Saints score, again, 35-7 is your score here with 9:19 to go in the fourth quarter. Tomlinson's kick from the 40 is away. End over end kick, angling out of bounds. We've got stoppage. He's thinking, hey, man, that was a great kick.
What a great kick.
What's going on? So I don't know if he was whistled ready or what the issue is. I don't see a flag.
I don't either, Sean.
Mark, what do you have? Do you see anything down there?
Yeah.
Can you help us?
Yeah, the flag's right down here on the sideline,
Oh, okay.
on Dwenger's sideline, so it's probably an offside.
Okay.
I'm guessing. Back to you.
All right, so they're going to move it from the 40 back to the 35.
11-yard touchdown strike, Pichelny to Fetterspiel for the latest score for the Saints.
35-7 is the score. Saints on top. Getting ready to kick from their own 35 is Tomlinson. Whistle blows, and here comes the kick. Again, same end-over-end kick, taking it about the 8-yard line. That's Skoranek with the ball, looking for some seam. No, excuse me, Kreider with the ball, getting some nice blocking, and he'll take it out close to the 36-yard line.
Good job again by the special teams not to let these dangerous return men get the big play for Homestead.
Good field position for the Homestead Spartans coming up here. And again, they're led by number 15, Drew Kazai. With a handful of weapons, Austin Kreider, Ben Skoranek, Fitzharris, Jonah Watson, and the running back, Landon Durnell. 1st and 10 from the 35. Single setback, 2 wideouts on each side. Here's a snap. Looks to throw. Looks right. Throws. Hands in the air. Tipped and incomplete that time.
That was an emphasis this year, talking to Coach Beaudry beginning of the season. With all the great quarterbacks, and we've talked about them in the SAC, he's really worked with his defensive line this year, getting your hands up if you can't get to the quarterback, and you saw a tip pass right there.
That's exactly right. So the incomplete pass stops the clock with 9:09 to go here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10 now for Homestead. Single setback, 2 wideouts on either side. Here's a snap. He's looking to throw. Has pressure. Screen. Inside screen. He's got the ball. He's going across the line of scrimmage to the right side now. Evades some blockers. Gets downfield near the midfield stripe before he's finally taken down. Tremendous run by the time for Austin Kreider.
He ran about 80 yards to get 10.
Yeah, that's about right. And sometimes you have to do that. Mark Watts, what do you have?
He's impressive, gentlemen.
Isn't
I'm
he?
telling you,
Yeah.
makes the catch, and he is off and running. He's faster than I thought. He's faster than he is on film anyway. He's outstanding. Back to you.
They put the ball right at the 50-yard line. Fresh set of downs off of that throw and catch. Man in motion now across the line of scrimmage. Fake, play action, going right, checks off. He's got trouble in the backfield. He doesn't know where to go. He spins out of it, goes north, gets some good yardage. Oh! He's hammered at the 44-yard line, but pops right up. Kazai is tough.
The hammer. Peter Winklejohn.
So a gain of 6 that time as he has to scramble out of coverage and make do with nothing, and he does. Drew Kazai showing some tremendous athletic prowess that time to get 6 yards. Here is a snap on second down. Looks to throw. Throws to the flats. He's got Kreider. Kreider pins out of 1, but he can't spin out of 2 and is taken down. But it looks like he will have enough for a first down inside the 40.
Again, Mark talked about it earlier. The Saints are giving the underneath passes. They're not going to give up the quick strike. If you want to run the clock and pick up 4 and 5 yards, go right ahead.
Sure. And that's exactly what they do there. It gives them a 1st and 10 at the Dwenger 39-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the contest. Man in motion across the line of scrimmage. They give the jet sweep, fake it. Quarterback keeper through the middle. Gets inside the 35, down to about the 33. So Kazai calling his own number that time, as the man in motion was Jonah Watson, number 14. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 wide left, and 2 wideouts to the left, and a single setback. Here's a snap. Oh, it's a bad snap. He corrals the ball, breaks out of containment, goes to the right side. He's at the 30 and slides down at about the 28-yard line.
That's one of the few times the Saints have lost contain. I think Saints overall and have done a nice job containing him when he's back in the pocket. That time they left a couple gaps, and Kazai's such a good athlete. He was able to get out of there.
Mark, what do you have for us?
I've noticed, especially the second half, when quarterback takes his hands off the ball, Dwenger's kids are stopping and jumping up. And that's forced them to just take the ball back down, and it's bothering them.
On 1st and 10, another bobbled snap. He's in trouble. He breaks out of it, gets north, and he is allowed to roam out there on the right side and finally taken out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line at the 21.
Zach Norton pushes Kazai out of bounds on the far sideline. Wait to see where the mark is.
So Kazai isn't finding anything deep, so he has to break contain. We've seen this 3 plays in a row now. That's and he's been effective at breaking the containment and getting positive yards.
Just under 7 minutes to go in the game, and you're down 35-7. You might have to look to the end zone here.
Yeah. On 2nd and 3, man in motion. Quarterback has it, looks to throw, looks down deep.
There he goes.
Corner pattern, and it is going to be knocked out of the air, incomplete. Great coverage that time by the Saints on the far side of the field. Looks like Norton, I believe, 20, or was that Hake? 32.
30. Let's go with 32.
Yeah, I think it was 32. So an incomplete pass there stops the clock with 6:53 to go in the contest. 35-7 is your score. Saints on top. And now the Spartans are facing a short 3rd and 3 from the Saints' 21-yard line, just outside the red zone. Here's a snap. He's looking to throw. That's time. No, he's flush. Going left. He's dropped for a huge sack. Saints get him that time. Number 40, Joe.
Colin Burns. He's putting together a great effort. There's a late flag. Comes flying in from the Saints sideline.
Yep. This is going to be against the Saints, I'm reckoning.
But I didn't see what was going on down there.
Well, the side judge threw it, so. And now the Saints coaches are getting a talking to, it looks like. What do you have, Mark?
Yes, it was thrown right in front of 5 Dwenger coaches. And
sideline warning?
No, not even a warning. He threw it. Something happened. Somebody said something over there because the line judge over there is telling Ernie, hey, like, you better keep your guys quiet over there.
That was an unsportsmanlike, and it had to be on the bench because
it was. They threw it right at the coaching staff.
Wow.
So. After a big stop, after a big sack by Colin Burns, all negated now. The chains are moving. That was a 3rd and 3 and a huge sack by Colin Burns, a fourth down, all for naught.
Yep. Wow. Okay, so let's reset the scene. 6:42 to go here in the contest. After that penalty of unsportsmanlike conduct against the Saints bench, we have a 1st and 10 inside the red zone for Homestead. Ball resting at the 13-yard line. Here's a snap, a little high. They fake the draw, play action going left, and it is picked. Oh no!
Oh my!
It is caught and bobbled by Kreider.
No, I thought Obergfell had it. Number 25 turned. He played the ball perfectly. He went up. It looked like he had it. Then as he was coming down, I think Kreider popped it up out of his hands and caught the ball.
That he did. Mark Watts, do you have something to add?
It was right in front of me. No, it popped up. Kreider just was in the right place at the right time. He did not knock it out of his hands. He had it. He turned right, and it just went up in the air. He went to get it again, and Kreider took it from him.
But the coverage was certainly there, and that's why it was so exciting. So, again, 6 points on the board for Homestead. The kick is up, and it looks like 7 points on the board. Yes, so with 6:23 to go, the Spartans answer. 35-14 is now your score. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
This is Jason Schiffley, principal of Bishop Dwenger High School. Students enter our school as children and emerge as adults, prepared to go out into the world with the tools necessary to become citizens of two worlds. Our enriched curriculum focuses on academics, service to the community, and participation in extracurricular activities, all while building on the foundation of our Catholic faith. Tuffy, our saintly mascot, reminds us that we are all called to be saints. Call us at 260-496-4700 or visit us online at bishopdwenger.com to find out how you can become a Dwenger saint.
Folks, you can help support your Catholic parish or school and help yourself in the process with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. Call Elevate at 844-230-6611 or visit them online at ndelevate.com to learn more. All right, so the Homestead score, and it looks like they're going to try maybe an onside kick here. Left hash mark on the 40. Let's see what happens. That's exactly what they try. It's a low liner, and it is covered by Dwenger right at the midfield stripe. So nothing doing that way, and the Saints are going to have excellent field position here with 6:22 to go in the fourth quarter. Let's check in with our sideline associate executive assistant producer, Nick Gray.
Well, we do have a final over at Lewis Field, and Lewis did end up winning 7-0 there. Carroll's beating Northside 32-22. Snyder's up on Wayne 50-7. Concordia's beating Southside 42-0. Belmont's up on Columbia City 14-0. New Haven's beating DeKalb 28-6. And East Noble's beating Huntington North 62-27. Leo's up on Norwell 40-0, and Woodland's beating Heritage 19-9. Back up to you guys.
All righty, here come the Saints on 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. Trips to the right, one wide left. They go to the left, option left. Quarterback keeper, and he's going to roll out. Get about 5 yards on that play. Pichelli on the keeper that time.
Hey, that's a smart play. The defense was closing in on you. You don't want to run out of bounds. Just get down and keep the clock running. That's a heads-up play by the junior quarterback.
You're absolutely right. Gain of 4 that time. They mark it at the Homestead 46-yard line. Clock continues under 6 minutes to play here with your score 35-14. Dwenger on top. They break huddle and come to the line with split backs, one wide out left and one wide out right. Piccioni in the shotgun, go with the tailback, following his lead blocker, looking for some room, has some room, bowls forward. I believe that's Mike Hake on the carry, number 32, and he will have enough for a Dwenger first down.
Patient run by Mike Hake. He's subbing in for Mon Clark, who's had a heck of a night, by the way.
Yeah.
And Mike Hake just did the right thing. He got behind his fullback and the big line and just waited for the hole and just plowed forward. Nice job by Mike Hake.
Takes it down to about the 37-yard line for a fresh set of downs for the Saints. In Homestead territory, 1st and 10 from the 37 with 5.5 to go in the contest. Split backs this time. Wide out left and right. Here's a snap. Option. Quarterback decides to keep it, tries to take it inside. He's hamstrung and will go down after a short gain.
Again, a good decision. Homestead did a nice job. They're attacking that option. The pitch man really wasn't there. Why risk it? Just tuck it up and get some yardage.
Keep the clock going. Yeah.
Keep the clock going. It was 1 yard, but keep the clock going and don't do anything dangerous.
2nd and 9 now for the Saints. Ball resting at the Homestead 36-yard line. Split backs, wide out left and right, tight end right. Here's a snap. Get to the tailback through the middle. Finds a little seam, but not much there. Gets inside the 35, down to about the 33. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Saints. See if they can keep this drive alive. Ball resting at the 33-yard line now. 3rd, and we'll call it a 3rd and 6 coming up for the Saints. Taking their time now, getting the play from the sideline. Piccioni breaks huddle with 11 seconds to go on the play clock.
Saints are 4 out of 6 on 3rd down conversions in the second half.
Trips left, 1 wide right with a single setback. Flow to the right. Option, no. Quarterback keeper, and it's going to be stuffed. They smelled that one coming, and he's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 39-yard line. So the option really not working so far here, at least on this drive. Piccioni playing it smart, though, because the pitch just wasn't there.
Can we say playing it ultra safe?
Yes. Yes, we can.
I mean, is that fair?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
4th down.
4th and 7 to go for the Saints here. Ball resting at the 34-yard line of Homestead. They're going to go for it. Wing left, wide out left and right. Single setback. Here's the snap. Give to Hake. Try the through the middle. He's got a seam. And he breaks a tackle. 20, 15, 10, 5. Does he get it? He's at the end zone. Just shy.
Blocking the back. Down here, blocking the back.
Oh,
the receiver
no.
really had no reason to hit him in the back and did. And it's just unfortunate for Hake, who I think might have, well, at least was real close to scoring.
He was very close, yeah. Mark Watts, you had the eye on it.
It was right in front of me, and the receiver kind of hit him, and then he put his hands up like, no, I really didn't hit him. And then the guy threw it right at him.
Oh,
so he really did hit him.
Yeah.
But it was kind of comical. He tried to sell it. The Dwenger kid tried to sell it, but it wasn't being sold to this guy. Back to you.
Well, it was downfield enough where it will still be enough for a first down even after the penalty is assessed. So they mark the ball at the 19-yard line, and Hake's run still does give them a fresh set of downs.
And that would have been a 33-yard run for Hake
right.
had it not been for that penalty.
You're exactly right. So they break the play into the red zone at the 19-yard line of Homestead on a 1st and 10 now. They start the clock. We're just under 3 minutes to play here in the contest. Single setback for Piccioni, taking his time, looking over the defense. Wing to the left. Here is a snap. Inside give. Hake looking for some room. He finds a little seam. Gets into the linebacker core and not much more there. Maybe a gain of a couple.
You know what's impressed me in the second half is the little things, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
The little things like Piccioni keeping the ball in bounds and just sliding so he doesn't go out of bounds to keep the clock running. The little things like Mike Hake carrying the ball with 2 hands as he goes through the line of scrimmage there, making sure he's hanging on to it. Those are the little things that goes back to coaching.
Right.
These kids are well coached.
Mark Watts, what do you have?
I think Bishop Dwenger's offense came of age in the second half. They had to make something happen, and they did. And I'm really been impressed. They've, again, come of age tonight in the second half. Back to you.
2nd and 8 for the Saints here. Ball resting at the 17-yard line of Homestead. Here's the give. Hake, again, following his blockers through the middle. Gets a nice push that time down to maybe the 12-yard line.
That looked like an unbalanced line there to the left. And just give it to Hake and have him find a hole there. You've got more guys in white jerseys and blue on that side, and leave it to the back to find the hole.
Sure. 3rd and manageable now. 3rd and 2.5, maybe 3. Ball resting at the 12-yard line. 1:35 to go. The clock continues to tick down. Excellent management by the Saints for the clock now. Every reason to believe they're going to pull out a victory here. Single setback, trips to the left, 1 wide right. Here is a snap. They roll to the right. Quarterback decides to keep it. He's snuffed out at the line of scrimmage and dropped. So the option didn't work for the Saints on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 4 coming up. Just over a minute to go here in the contest.
It wouldn't surprise me if they even took a knee here, Sean.
Sure.
Yeah, of course, you're going to give the ball back to the Spartans, but fireworks in the distance.
Yeah, I see that. Interesting. Turned into a beautiful night out here. There's a nice breeze, still a little humid, but all in all, very good. Split backs this time on 4th and 4 coming up for the Saints. Here's a snap. Give to Hake through the middle. He's got a seam. He's got the first down inside, maybe at the 5-yard line. And that might be enough to do it. Let's see what happens. That will be a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line coming up for the Saints with 35 seconds remaining in the contest. So they will have to run one more play here.
Saints are 3 for 3, 3 out of 3 on 4th down tries tonight.
So there's about a 9-second disparity between the game clock and the play clock here. So they will have to run a play. Looks like victory formation here coming up for the Saints as Piccioni makes his way under center, and he will take a knee. Ladies and gentlemen, Saints win. The Bishop Dwenger Saints have come into Homestead and knocked them off. 35-14 is your final score, and the Saints come out with a victory on the first contest of these two teams.
What a game. What a game. Homestead made a lot of mistakes in the first half, but the Saints capitalized on it. That was key here tonight, Sean.
I agree.
Because if the Saints don't capitalize, it's a different ball game. I got to tell you, when the Homestead came out in that first drive of theirs and marched right down the field and scored, I thought, I can see why they score 50 points a game.
That's exactly right.
It was that impressive.
Yeah.
But the Saints made adjustments. The Saints never quit. The Saints really did a nice job getting the turnovers tonight and then making points, turning turnovers into points.
That's exactly right. And what a game it was here, ladies and gentlemen. The Saints coming in and maybe a little more formal welcome to the SAC tonight for the Homestead Spartans. And let's see as we
Mark
look around.
Watts gets priority. Look at that with Coach Bodrab.
Here's Coach Bodrab. Coach, how you feeling right now?
I'm feeling about as good as you can as a football coach. I can't be more pleased or honored to be a part of this program. And this team is unbelievable to me. They don't quit. They never have died since I've been here. They can't do enough for you, and they'll do anything you ask of them. They're unbelievable. And after that first drive by Homestead, they regrouped, they tightened up, they stuck together, they didn't stop believing in each other, trusted each other, and this is what happened.
How about that second half offense coming to Bride?
They're starting to wake up. Blake Piccioni is a great quarterback, and he's his own worst enemy because he doesn't want to make a mistake. And we told him, go out there and take risks. You got 10 other guys out there that's got your back. Go out there and have some fun.
Last question, what did Coach Swartzkoff say to you at the end of the game?
He said, nice job. I like what you're doing. I looked over at him and I said, yeah, with your program.
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, Ernie Bodrab there, the Victor head coach for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. We've got a post-game show coming up right here, folks, so stick around. Reporting once again, the Bishop Dwenger Saints winning tonight's contest 35-14 over the Homestead Spartans. Stick around, folks. A lot to talk about after this 30-second break. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Think of Briscoe Dentistry for your family's dental care. Dr. Todd Briscoe and team know that your body is more than just teeth and gums. Your oral health affects the performance ability of your entire body. And on the field or court, you want your body to perform at its best. So trust Dr.